But yeah, the last back to like the furniture thing. The last thing I got was my desk, and I freaking love it. It's amazing because I can do things. It's a sit stand, so I can do things like going up.
Very nice.
If I disappear,
Do you expect to stand a lot?
I have actually. Yeah, it's really forced me to do it. Like to take breaks and stuff,
Right.
and it's helped a bit. Like I don't have back pain as much. It's good, but I'm having to get a replacement top because the top I got had a huge crack that like ran all the way through it on the left side. It's a wooden desk,
Hmm.
Yeah.
so but I got a
So,
replacement coming.
What's up, Zach?
Olá, e como estás, meus amigos?
Ugh.
You know, just doing how it be.
I hear that.
Zach, do you have any issues with streaming on Twitch?
I mean, I'm not gonna put video up.
No, that's fine. It was more of a big test for me.
Sure, man.
Like I
Would
said, the
you?
only reference point I have is what Ian tried to do, and I can't say I ever heard. Can't say I ever really heard any results.
I heard we got like 2 or 3 viewers a couple times.
That was me.
I
Woohoo!
mean, yeah.
Oh, oh no, my delivery just got here and it's pouring down right now. No.
Yeah. The stuff I would suggest is just looking up tutorials and guides for building an interface, building an overlay, building chat at integration, because otherwise you won't get any kind of consistent viewers because people they don't just want to watch, they want to actually, they don't want to stare at your Discord screen. They want to see, okay, how many people are we watching with?
Right.
They want to like be able to chat and work with the game and
Lightly
somehow feel like
involved.
their hands are on it. Yeah.
Well, the first things first, I gotta actually see if it works, right? So that's step one. That's what tonight is. I mean, like basic stuff, like can I stream? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally doing a screen share with Roll20 minimized and Discord minimized. I mean, it's like basic
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and I'm not even sure if I'm successful or not. I'm asking my son if he can see us or not.
Mm-hmm. Your best bet would be, in addition to this, get like a single player PC game you like Path of Exile or Baldur's Gate or something, and just stream, even if there's no one watching. Just anytime you're playing, turn it on, see how it affects your computer, see how it affects your mindset, see if you can pay attention to like the chat on one side and the game on the other side. Have people jump in, jump out, see how it keeps up with, see if there's any lag. That way you get a lot of experience and your channel's on and active, so that when you do get to the more advanced stuff, or if you do get to the more advanced stuff, you can kind of like, your channel has the back catalog of like, yeah, we're playing D&D, but if you like my voice, here's me playing Baldur's Gate and yelling at myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you technically hosting that like your own little server when you do that?
You talking to me or Zach?
Anybody? Anybody? Are you technically hosting that all of that? So I mean, you could run into resource issues if you had too much going on.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I did
Oh yeah.
a test. It was like a 20-second test in the middle of the day, yesterday or day before, and Josh actually saw me jump on Discord, and from work he was chatting with me, and I was able to record, not locally record, not stream. Um,
Right.
and I was successful, but I want to take the next step. I mean, this is like I put like no more than like an hour and a half into this. Um,
You got to start somewhere.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
I helped mod and put together a couple friends D&D stream for their college D&D group. We did a test stream to do like a here's how to D&D, and then like I helped them build the overlay and help them set up the streaming computer and helped them run their first few streams, and I guest
Right.
charactered a few of their DMs.
Well,
Very
apparently
cool.
we're up because my son just did a screenshot of everything. So
Send it to you. All right, that
yeah,
works.
so, awesome.
It is going to be a lot. You're not server hosting, but it's going to be a lot of data going through your computer.
Hmm.
So you'll have to be able to intake everything, compile it, and push it back out to Discord and Twitch. So you may see some lag there, but I don't know what kind of PC you have. If it's decent enough, you probably won't have a problem.
Yeah, he asked me all that stuff. Let's see.
Yeah.
Somebody
Especially if
must
you're like
be
running,
watching this.
especially if you're like running games or something like that. At the same time, it can get real taxing in your system.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, since we're
Well-
just like sharing, we could.
Let's go ahead and get started because I think, like I say, Vigor is a maybe or maybe not tonight. He is going to do his best to get here. But he had a couple things he was having to do before he could possibly make it, and that was going to suck up a little bit of his evening time today. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves going. End of last week, obviously, if you read the recap, you found yourself getting on Anjajuk's bell and making a fairly fantastic voyage / underwater trip as she has located Auril's island of Solstice. Currently stationary and not moving out in the sea of moving ice, and took you on a 3-day ride to get there. She said there is only one safe place that she knows to land on the island, and that is where they will be coming up through. She wants you to know that the weather here is incredibly bitter, that she knows it's magical in nature and driven by the Frost Maiden herself. There is a constant fog that tends to go on, as well as severe winter weather that can roll in at any given time. Who knows what it could produce, as this is her island. So what ends up happening is you find yourself coming up through the ice and part of the frozen sea that lands on what she says is the island of Solstice, and it is in the shape of a massive snowflake. In turn, as you come up through the ice, you come to what is a huge dock, and as you are exited off the front of this whale ship onto this dock, the fog which you have come up in seems to travel on and on and obscure part of your vision, enough that you can probably just see 50 or more feet away from you before it turns into a blanket sheet of white. Jutting out of the water from either direction of where you are looking, you just constantly see ice upon ice and ice mountains and ice. It's just everywhere. Ahead of you, what looks to be a shattered dock carved out of ice. However, what comes across to you first thing when you notice it is the dock itself is not of normal humanoid size. It is quite large. Whatever built it and used it was definitely not of medium size. And as you get closer and exit the well, it becomes obvious that this dock was once used, if not currently used, and made for giants. So as you exit the well, you find yourself in this particular area. I will zoom you into it with a quick, right to there.
Didn't we travel and like get almost in a fight last time?
Yeah, we ended
Well,
right before the statuary fight.
Oh,
Yeah, we
did
went.
we do that?
Yep.
Yeah,
we got all the way up to like the middle north.
Like,
We-
yeah. Up to,
Auril
like,
came
if
out
you
of
go
the lake.
straight up north,
I think
if you go
you were
straight up
here.
north, yeah,
Yeah,
Because
it
we
was
like
there.
the coast and went out a little bit after the first spoke.
Yeah, and we came to this like
Yeah.
glade that had like
Yeah.
statues, and someone
and
did
Vigor
something.
Vigor
Somebody
burned the
touched-
tail of
Oh,
one of the
that's
creatures
right.
with his flame tongue.
You know what? We must have. I don't know what happened there. That wasn't in the game file notes, or we must have talked more than we typed. Because when I wrote up the recap, it
Well,
wasn't in the actual game file.
It
That's
just
all right.
started before we stopped for the night.
Right. That's all right. because I put you back right here where you were. Because I think, as I recall that now, Vigor set the lion's tail on fire.
Yep.
Upset.
And
not here
there
either.
was a loud scream that happened. And I do believe it yelled something like
Filers.
defilers, pointed at all of you, and then crap basically hit the fan. And so, you know what? You are right. We're going to pick it up right there. I'm going to bring this out, and let's get everybody on the board.
Oh my god. Already off to a great start.
Jesus, man. Come on.
Well, come on. Get the rules out of the way at the beginning.
Yeah.
Look, it
maybe you'll
knocks
feel
it
better.
knocks him out of the algorithm, dude.
Because every time you say that, you roll trash the entire combat anyway.
It knocks him out of the
You're
algorithm.
locking it in.
It's like that algorithm of that picture I shared. It's like return 1 is all it does. This is what the stupid dice roll does for me. And apparently Eddie last week, because
Yeah,
wow.
thank you. Thanks for that reminder.
Yeah. Oh, I can't forget it. It was such.
We
Rolling.
pulled a DJ Khaled on 2D100. Another one.
Wow,
Look at
Yeti?
me roll phenomenally.
So crit fail and a crit success. Great.
Look at me roll phenomenally. Holy moly.
They see me rolling on the
Great start to the night,
crystal.
gentlemen. Wonderful start to the night, gentlemen.
All right, I'm going to move the culprit just in case he shows up to the very far back corner.
The victim?
The victim that got you into this situation. So Vigor is in a very far back corner, just in case he does show up tonight. And with that, we're going to get things moving. Yeti. Moves
Eddie? It's pronounced Eddie.
Eddie. Gotcha. Well, Eddie's upset.
Eddie.
Yeah, they got beat.
Eddie the Yeti is quite upset.
I don't like how the way he's eyeing me right now. Looks like
With
he's
his goat in tow.
35, 40. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
not
that
good.
puts people in everybody. We're gonna start with Brandon.
Right.
Brandon, you got a Yeti that's not quite fond of you for what has happened to his queen.
Mm-hmm.
How does 1822 sound?
Those don't hit.
Those don't hit. Evens the tiger. It's going after your tiger first, Eddie.
Yeah.
17-14.
Hit.
All
Probably
right,
dead.
Tigers. How many hit points he got?
You don't have to
Enough.
roll much. Let's
Well,
see this.
First hit did 7. 5
Okay.
slashing,
Oh.
2 cold.
He's still with us.
All right, second
Yeah, not
hit
for long.
did
Yeah.
10 slashing, 3 cold. Additional
8.
13, so a total of 20.
Yeah, he is no longer with us.
All right, well, he did his job, took up the...
Yeah, he hit point
Yeah, he
sponge.
did his job. So, Frost Giant raising its massive great axe. He's coming down on you, rolling.
1 will hit.
1 will hit. You're going to take 29.
Damn.
Eleander. Looks like 1 will hit.
Oof.
You'll take 26. And that's me, gentlemen.
The fuck?
And I guess that's the Eddie's turn. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to see in the snow here. I got some statues. I'm counting 4 bogeys.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
2 Yetis Shoot the
Uh-huh.
frost
Uh-huh.
giants.
Okay, let's do a little bit of slow. I'm going to take a drop of molasses. Actually, it's probably a frozen bit of molasses between my fingers and rub them together. And with one hand reaching out, and I'm going to uh, target the three over there. So let me do put this on display here so you guys can see it. It's going to be a 40-foot cube. And let me draw this. Probably better in the long run. I'm going to draw it and then drop it because I can't see in the shadow. 1, 2.
A 40-foot cube?
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, it's going to hit all of them if you get to choose all of them.
Yeah.
You get to pick your targets versus hitting your buddies.
Yeah, public math sucks. So it's actually creatures, up to 6 creatures of your choice.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
I choose you, Pokemon. Can I drag this sucker? David, can you drag that? I got it.
You can, but a lot of times you have to zoom in a lot to pick up those lines.
Yeah,
for some reason.
I want to get the 3 baddies in that area. And let's go ahead and do first things first. It's a DC 17 Whiz.
DC 17 Wisdom. We're going to start with the Yeti. He is not going to make it. Going to go down to the Frost Giants. We're going to go top to bottom.
Oof.
Looks like they made it, but the Yeti fails.
Okay, that sucks, gentlemen. Okay, so he's going to be under the effects up there, -2 AC, all that good stuff.
You got it.
And I need to get the heck out of Dodge, and I'm going to cast Misty Step as my bonus action, and get
You can't technically do that because your other spell would have had to have been a cantrip, and you cast slow. So you'll have to come up with something else.
It's a bonus action. Oh, bonus action, the cantrip. Gotcha.
Bonus
Yeah.
spell has to be your next. Whatever else has to be a cantrip.
So I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to go in the trees and make it a little bit more difficult for him to contact with me here. Maybe a little partial cover action. And I'm going to say a free action. Oi, over here! Come get me, you furry person. And that's it.
Norris, you're up.
Okay. Norris is going to move over to the slowed Yeti.
You got it. Slowed Yeti.
Swing, swing.
That is a hit, sir. That is also a hit. For a total of 25.
And slow, can they take reactions?
They cannot. I do not think so. Is that correct?
They cannot. That's
no
correct.
Reaction.
All right. Then I'm going to move another 15 feet this way.
Okay. Eliander, White Moon.
I am going to cast very familiar bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
So that I can 30 feet. Let's go 10, 20, 30 to end up on the other side of this here Yeti.
Okay.
I'm gonna free action yell. I had a plan, but I can't figure out how to word it. And then I'm going to take some swings at this guy and try to concentrate some fire. Take these things out one at a time. Attack number 1.
He is slowed. 29 is a successful hit.
Attack number 2.
Also success.
All right, 2 swings. And
it's like 26 plus some cold damage.
It'll be 4.
Don't worry about the cold damage.
I figured. And then I'm going to let at him with a Smiggity-ite on that second attack.
All right. What's that spell slot hitting?
hit him with a solid 2. Let me see, a 2. That'd be 3d8.
That would be.
Rat-a-tat! God,
Well,
that's a 1. It was almost good.
Well, it's good enough due to his 8 hit points left. He's dead.
Rat-a-tat. So I cut him at the knees and the shins. I cut him down. I yelled.
Like the hackety hack between you and Zaris. So, yeah.
And I tell him not to talk back. And I'm going to gesture at the preacher and go, "Oh, we need to work together. Focus on one at a time." And I'm like pointing with the sword. That's me.
To one of the others. Roland, after taking a great axe deep into that armored shell you got, what you got?
I'm going to move around to here, and I will take 2 attacks. 2. Oh, well,
gonna hit.
first bonus action to ignite the hammer, I should say, and then attack.
24 is going to hit for a total of 20.
20. 17 to hit.
17 also hits.
And I'm going to smite this level 2, which is 3d8.
3d8. So another 17. Plus 9.
26.
Boom, boom. And in
All
good
right.
fashion, as your hammer lights up with that blue ethereal flame, you see that same strike as it goes up and just affects his head and brain through that psychic damage from the brain smasher. Ernest, back to you, sir.
Brains.
The brain buster. Oh, you're talking. I can't hear you, Brandon.
Muty.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, like, the Giants, how are they looking right now? Are they still looking pretty healthy, or?
They're looking fit and trim.
Cool.
They probably look a lot like this, except for Roland's has a couple bruises about his leg as that big
Gotcha.
hammer smashed into the underside.
All right. Second question: is that a metal belt and metal gauntlets that they have?
I'm gonna say yes, only because it says patchwork armor. It's questionable whether it's actually metal or not. And if I really had to guess, it might not be. They don't seem to wear a lot of metal. Unlike fire giants.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is at the 3rd level, I am going to cast heat metal on the Giant's belt. Let's go with, since he mentioned focusing on one enemy, and Roland's already over on this one, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, so you're going to put heat metal on that guy's belt.
Correct.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and get that.
He will take 7 heat metal damage.
Wow. Starting out a little low there.
Anything else?
I think I am going to back up to about right here and end it.
Back to me. He's going to chase you down, Eleander.
Mm-mm.
I'm about to destroy you. Does a 20 hit you?
Oh! We're gonna cast shield so the 20 doesn't hit, and we're gonna pray.
You're gonna take 60.
I'll be down.
All right, here's what I need you to do for me, Zach. I need everybody to hold just 1 second. Zach, if you will drop down to private 1 real quick.
All right, hold on one moment.
Teacher's bed.
Just
Teacher's
in
bed.
my
I'm gonna finish this up and I'll be right there, Zach.
sure.
Roland. Holy
Yes.
moly! Even his next attack will have disadvantage on you with 2 1s.
That's what you get.
That's apparently what I get. Corvus.
Do you need to resolve, Zach, or you good?
I'm about to. 12 or 14, Corvus. How's that work?
Miss and miss.
Miss and a miss. All right, give me just 1 second. It will be Corvus's turn when I come back.
Suspense is killing me.
Keep
All right.
your secrets.
Yeah, exactly. So we got 3 hens or 3 foxes in the chicken coop here.
Where you see the third, I just see 2.
Well, you're human, so it makes sense.
Wow.
It's ducks in a row, east to west. There's
Okay.
frost giant, then Yeti is like breathing down my neck, almost in a straight line.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't even see you, so you must be well out of range.
You see that second frost giant?
Ping which one you're talking about.
Oh wow. So do you see Zaris?
Yes.
Okay. So on that same azimuth is a giant, and then way over here is a Yeti. He might be a knockoff Yeti. I'm not really sure. Might be one of those, Walmart ones, which are equally chilling and compelling. Oh my goodness, the wizard does not like this. We need some bard. Oh wait, you got the heat going. That's concentration, right?
Yep.
Probably can only see Ellie to give inspiration to.
Yeah. Well, no, I can give it inspiration to both Zaris and Roland.
Okay. Zaris right there.
I'm depending on what happens. I have no idea. I can stabilize him for sure. With one of my cleric spells, but as far as like running in and running out.
Well, do you have Spare the Dying?
I do. That's what I'm going in with.
Yeah.
But I think it's touch.
I think it's
it's touch.
Is it touch?
Nope. Yeah, it's touch.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Yeah, if it was area of effect, I would have no issue.
How about
but I'm gonna have
word?
to. Healing word will, I think, get him to 1 hit point or something like that. So I could do that.
It's a roll. It's like 1d4 plus your proficiency, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I think if you're down, isn't it? If you're down, like pretty much that brings you up to 1, and then afterwards it stacks because you're essentially what you're trying to do is stabilize.
That's Spare the Dying. Yeah, but Healing Word is it's 30 or 40 feet, and it's a roll. He'll get above 1, but it won't be much more.
Okay, it must be house rules of a show that I watch that runs D&D. Gotcha.
Yeah. I gotta get the hell out of here because he's gonna hit me with his Yeti claw.
Yeti claw. The new hard seltzer.
Seasonal.
Oh yeah. Because everyone has to have a hard seltzer now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't. No, I do not. Give me a couple months.
Yeah.
Give me a couple months. I have a Sprite and a sweet tea.
So you're 20, right?
I'm 20.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll be 21 in December.
Yeah, the months leading up to it are I'm like, hurry up.
It is what it is. I'm not really in any rush.
Yeah, I mean afterwards it's just,
It's
every birthday's
your
kinda
last
like,
It's your last cool birthday, other than I guess 25 when you can rent a car.
I think you can rent a
Yep.
car in certain situations.
Yeah,
You're,
but like 25 is you can definitely rent a car whenever you need
Oh,
one.
yeah. Yep.
This is true.
But yeah, 21's really the last cool birthday, and then it's just kind of, eh.
Yep. Yeah, and sooner or later you're going to be 30. It's probably going to be sooner because it happened to me. And you're like, fuck.
Hey man, it's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to graduate. Ready to be done with school.
Yeah. How much longer do you have?
Got 2 more years.
Gotcha.
This year and next year, and I should be good to go, unless I go get my doctorate. But I think I might wait a couple years.
Okay. Yeah. Like, where are you getting your degree in?
I'm getting my degree in physical therapy assistance.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
the plan would be to go work and get into a job where they will pay me to go get my doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah, because doctorate programs for physical therapists aren't producing enough doctors or physical therapists, I guess, DPTs. So places are paying people to go get their doctorate, and so the plan would be work, have them pay me, and
Yeah.
move on from there. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work out.
Oh yeah. So did Zach like?
All right, back to you guys. Corvus, what you want to do?
All right, yeah, I'm walking back to my screen. Okay.
Not a while. We were worried.
Did Zach drop? Like, is he down to 0?
Yes.
Okay. I was confused there for a second. I wasn't 100% sure he did.
Still dead, boys. Okay. All right. So I probably don't see that because it's line of sight. There's a big old statue, and he's in the trees. So I would not know that. Would not be privy to that. I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge. Let's do a Misty Step. I'm going to sequence this correctly. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Create Bonfire and light the sky's honey up from behind.
You talking about the Yeti?
No, the Frost Giant, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to do a little bonfire action right there on his hind parts.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
You move it now. I was just making it bigger. Go ahead and move it where you want.
Yeah, no, I'm good. So obviously I'm not out of harm's way, but yeah.
All right. What is that? What's your DC for that dex save?
Yeah, it's a DC 17 dexterity.
Okay. And I think it happens on his turn, right?
Let me put up here, display. Create bonfire.
Nope, it's actually on his.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Or ends its turns there, yeah.
Yep. Or ends its turn. So DC 15, did you say?
17 dex.
All right. Well, he'll take the damage. Roll it up.
Yeah, let's do this.
Looks like 2. What is it? 2d8?
Yeah. Why did it roll 1?
Oh, just click it again. We'll do it. We'll add it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm doing it kind of like ass backwards here. So a total 10. 10 fire.
10. You
Yeah.
got it. Cantrip plus Misty Step.
That's it. And I'm trying to survive. Actually, I still have movement because that was my bonus action to
Yep. You do have
Step.
regular movement left.
Yeah. So regular instead of unleaded. Let's see, 5. Actually, let's be smart about this.
All right, he's moving. So Zaris,
Yep.
what are you up to?
Zaris, though conflicted, wants to attack the frost giant that has just chopped Eleander into bits. Remembers Eleander's dying words and says, "We need to focus on them like together. We need to all attack one."
Yep.
So he runs over to this one next to Roland and takes 2 big swings.
You got it. Both of those hit
Sweet.
for 20.
Take another 20. And that one's not slowed, right?
That is not slowed. However,
Okay,
he does have disadvantage on which one of you two he chooses to hit. Skipping Eleander, he'll make a death save when I talk to him. Roland.
All right, I will take 2 more swings.
Have at it, sir. That would be a
Ooh.
crit.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm
Bringing it.
gonna smite that level 1.
I had a feeling.
So that's
So it's going to be a total
40
of.
plus
It's going to be a total of, what is that?
10, so 50.
17 times 2. 17 plus another.
No, it's 2 10s and a 5.
Oh,
Isn't
I
it?
see what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 10s. So that would be 40, and then another 10. So a total of 50.
Yeah.
Yowza. Well, that's all he's got.
All right, and then I'm gonna move there.
You got it. Ernest.
Yes. So I am actually going to hold an action of healing word, and I'm going to. My trigger is going to be when this frost giant, which I assume is going to target me or someone in the vicinity, when he gets away from Eleander far enough, I want to cast healing word on Eleander.
Okay, so you're holding your action that if it moves away from Eleander to do healing word on Eleander. Correct?
Yes. Yeah. Essentially, what I'm trying to do is get him like away far enough.
Yeah, you're holding it until he gets away. Yeah, I got you.
So I don't
All right.
revive him in the next turn.
So that's 35, and that's 35. Well, Corvus, he's going to stay on you. It's the same distance. Yeti, does 21 hit you, Corvus?
Let's do a little. I gotta do some math here, public math. Just do a little bit of shield action.
All right, spend the spell slot. That would cause that to miss. I take it.
Let me confirm that I actually have it memorized. Which crap. Let's
I take
see.
it you don't.
I take it on the chin like a man.
You got it. It's going to be a total of 13.
Oof.
8 slashing, 5 cold. Adjust that for whatever resistance you have. 8 slashing, 5 cold. And you are right. So if you'd like to cast that healing word, the frost giant does move a short distance right up to you.
Gotcha. I'm going to cast that at the. Let's do it at second level.
Second level. All right. So it's going to be a total of 8 points.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna hit you, and then I'm gonna jump back to him real quick.
Okay.
16, 24. One of those, I think.
One of which I'm going to actually use my warding flare, so he needs to re-roll that at disadvantage.
It would have just made the roll at disadvantage, correct? So one more roll.
Yes. Yep. One more roll.
The 14 would have been missed.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Spend the slot.
All right. I'll be right back. Y'all hang tight. Corvus, you'll be up next.
We're hanging. I'm not sure if it's tight or not, but we're hanging. Man, oh
Yeah, I'm hoping that will be enough to like get him like a breather, so he can back up, drink a potion or something.
Yeah, I mean he's a paladin, he can heal himself. Or lay on hands
Yeah.
or whatever, but
Yeah.
I'll have to see how the Yeti likes to ice skate or not. Let's see.
Now I'm thinking about it. I should have moved up a little bit to the north, so would have drew him out a little further. But
Are you the heat metal that you had was on the guy that's dead, right?
yep.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that was going to take a bonus action to cast Healing Word. So even if he was still alive, I couldn't maintain concentration on it anyway. But one thing I forgot to do is actually take my main action, which I'm kind of kicking myself now. It's like, crap, God.
Ask. I mean, it's only been one turn since.
I mean, I'm of the mindset that, like, once you make your move, you make your move. But,
Gotcha.
I mean, we can ask, like, and if he says no, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I come from like chess playing where if you put down your piece, like in most games, that's your turn. It's like no take backsies.
Well, we can't see. I mean, your hand's on the mouse, obviously. So I mean,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. I got it. This guy's. Let's see. Should I banish him? Probably a little over the top.
Yeah, I don't know how many more of these fights we're gonna have, but like if we don't get a long rest or the ability to take a long rest, ugh.
Yeah, but you can upcast heating or heat element or whatever it's called. So.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think like we may not have the ability to rest for a long time. We have to like fight Auril or have an encounter with her at some point. Like, I want as many spell slots as I possibly have. So
yeah, I gotcha. I may just disengage and run towards the fighters, drawing them closer to the big kitty cat and the big paladin.
Yeah.
If you decided not to move, what I was going to do is I was going to run down there and, like, shove you out of the way, like take the shove action.
Yep.
But so it's involuntary movement, so it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and get in between you and the Yeti so you could run away on your next turn, and I would take its concentration towards me.
Well, let's see how far you are.
Yeah, that's a forced reaction, right?
I can make it to you.
Yeah, so, I mean, if I disengage, however, he doesn't get an attack of opportunity, I move back towards you, and then you are right after me. Then you basically...
Well, but then you also lose your entire round to do anything. Like, you could cast a spell.
Yeah.
And that could work, but it also takes away from both of my attacks, so, I mean, it's kind of a toss-up.
So, like, on your... I know which ability you're talking about. Like, does that, like, not allow people, like, being pushed out of the way to disengage, or do they still have attacks of opportunity? Because I was under the impression that it negated that, since you're swapping places pretty much, essentially.
Pretty much, like, the only reason he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity on Eddie was because when I shove Eddie, it's technically a forced movement.
Yeah,
and forced movement doesn't provoke attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
If I then move willingly out of his reach, then he could take an attack of opportunity on me.
Yep. But he also has disengage, but I think that's a bonus action for you, right?
Yeah.
For me?
No, not for me. No.
Oh.
Only rogues.
It's not for me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
Yeah, because yours is spinning superiority die, which
Vigor.
is a action, or is that?
No, mine. I'm not a battlemaster. I'm a samurai, which gives me the advantage to hit 3 times a day for the entire.
Vigor has the roguish.
Yeah, Vigor's the one with the
disengage as bonus action.
It's called, what is it? Cunning action.
Cunning action, yeah.
I'm playing a rogue right now. I should know what it's called.
Are you playing with your?
I played a
game.
Yeah, I'm playing a rogue for the other game I play.
Cool.
I played a wannabe rogue in one game where I was playing that monk who went the way of the shadows or something like that. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous because we had like multiple people in the party who specialized in like flame weapons, so it was like, God damn it.
Not very helpful. I've played 3 classes so far, and maybe year and a half that I've played D&D. I played a ranger. It was my first class I ever played. I played a druid, and then I've played a rogue, and then now I guess this fighter. Rogue by far has been the most fun.
Really?
Rogues are a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
I mean
fun.
I love it.
All right, we are back. All right, Eleander, suddenly you find yourself with 8 hit points. If you add 8 hit points back to your total, you are definitely prone, but you have 8 hit points.
I
Run
live!
away! Run away!
Corvus, what you got, Baba?
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna say,
Action disengage.
yeah, action disengage.
Okay.
Come and see here, bitter. And that's it.
You got it. Zaris then.
All right, Zaris is gonna take off towards our friend over here.
Okay.
Take 2 more swings at him.
2 more swings. That is 2 successful hits. For a total of 26. First damage on the board. All right, Eleander. You find yourself creaking your eyes open, and the frost world now comes back into vision.
Yeah.
You have been slightly hit, and you are laying with your face in the snow right beside a large dead yeti.
Don't call it stupid. I'm gonna half of my. Let me make sure I measure this out because I don't want to come up short on the distance and look like a fool like I did last turn almost. It is 55 feet to be adjacent to that yeti.
Yep.
So if I take half my movement and I have 35, do I get 4 squares or 3?
They say you're supposed to round everything down.
Okay, so
But I personally, if you want to move the 5 into that square, I don't.
That actually still gives me enough because I am a Tempest Sorcerer and I get 10 extra feet of wind movement when I cast the spell of first level or higher.
Right.
I will use half of my movement to stand up, 15 foot to run, bonus action Misty Step, 10 foot of Sorcerer bonus, and I am adjacent to the Yeti.
Okay.
And if it'll let me move, it won't let me move my guy. Oh, because I don't have the selector. I'm still on the ruler. And then I'm gonna get up here and help help Zaris. So I'll spend the spell slot.
No, what are you doing, you fool?
Okay, so you stood up, you used a bonus action to teleport, use the extra movement from the storm, so you have your action and reaction left. Go ahead.
Wait. Is this one still alive?
The one at the top is yes.
Oh, there is a shadow over it for some reason? Like as if a wall were there? I thought there was an X on it.
It's because you're on that side of a tree.
Ah, I see. Well, then I will just run here.
It sounded cool what
Okay.
you were talking about earlier, though.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather not spend the
That's
spell
fine.
slot to be perfectly
Standing up,
metagame about it.
disappearing, and poof.
So yeah, we are going to. Yeah, I can do that. We're gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself
Okay.
as a bonus action spell, and then we're
Alright.
going to use my action to lay on hands myself. And so, Brandon, you see me like stand up, struggle to my feet, and just like come running. And as I run through the snow, it's just the snow sticking to me all over to the point that like my skin almost goes a little blue.
Spend your lay on hands rolling.
Indeed. And then it's me done.
Right. And come down to here and take 2 swings.
2 swings to the Yeti.
He's blue because of lack of blood.
Both of those are successfully hitting.
28, 32.
32 total. Is that all, sir?
That is it.
Ernest, you have a frost giant in your face.
Yes, and is this frost giant beaten up, or is he looking
This frost
healthy?
giant has yet to be touched.
Are you
As
are you
they-
kidding me?
as they hit the other frost giant.
Oh God. Ugh.
He wants to be
Welcome
touched
back.
by you.
Well, damn. Yeah. So we are going to, at the first level, do inflict wounds on him. So let's see if this hits.
Try to hit. Spin the slot. 17 is going to hit for 11 necrotic.
Yes. And as a bonus action, I am going to give Eleander Bardic Inspiration because I think, he needs all the help he can get after nearly dying.
Yeah, nearly. Are you? So you
Yeah.
you gonna heal him? What? A healing word again?
No,
just
Bardic
Bardic
Inspiration.
Oh, you're just bardically inspiring. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Back to the Yetis then, or the Yeti group, I should say.
It's Yeti singular.
Yeah, Yeti. All right. So I need Roland to make a DC 15 con save, and Zaris. Do either one or both of those hit?
Need the 22 would hit me, but and I make your con save.
The aura, right?
Yeah, you get +5 on your con. Oh, the 22 to hit. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. The Roland. Did you make the DC 15 con save?
No.
And did 19 and a 22 hit you, Zaris?
Oh, the 19 doesn't, but the 22 does.
Okay, so you are going to take 5 slashing, 2 cold. So you're going to take 7 cold.
Cool.
Roland, you are going to take 13 cold damage, and you are instantly frozen and paralyzed. So please activate your paralyzed condition.
Roland's paralyzed.
That gets me back up to my frost giant. 2 swings to you, Mr. Ernest.
God!
Oh no!
Yeah,
What's your AC?
we're going to do warding flare on the crit. So re-roll that crit.
Does warding? Oh, you're going to re-roll it to. Is that your reaction?
That is my reaction. Yes.
So a 16 still going to miss you?
That's gonna miss.
Woo! Did an 18 hit you or no?
No. I have a 20 AC.
Okay. Then that's me. Corvus, you're up.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
I'm torn between 2 lovers. Let's see. Flashback. Let's see. Holy moly guacamole. I still got the fire going. Oh yeah, I do. I'm gonna recast bonfire up this guy's 4-point of contact right here.
All right, that's a DC 17. You said?
Yeah, DC 17 Dex.
Oh wait, you did it on the Yeti. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it, so he takes nothing.
Well, it's still there though, so he's got to make a choice. If he wants
Right? Yeah,
to.
he'll have to move.
Yeah, and then that's his choice, so that'll be a provoke potentially.
Zarth.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna move too, David.
Okay. That's a hit. That's a hit.
Sweet. One of them was normal, which is that one, and then one of them was with the great weapon master.
Oh, I see it.
And that's that one.
So
that's so disappointing. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, but that still kills him.
Okay, good.
The 11 don't, but 17 does. All right, Yeti is down.
Let me move.
Yep, go ahead and move. Eleander, back to you. Feeling a little better, I see.
Old Malay on hands point said, "Hey, buddy, get up." So we're gonna have at thee in the classical sense. Let's hit him with my ice version of. Yeah, no. Huh. Yeah, let's hit this. Let's bonus action ensnaring strike. So for that one, rules again. The next time I hit you, you'll have to make a strength check against my 15 DC, or else take some. You're gonna take some damage either way, and then if you fail the strength check, you're gonna get held up. So
he takes the 5 anyway. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah. Let me put the wording in the chat for you. Sorry, this is the one that does like 15 things.
Right.
Copy. Boom. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to hit you. So
Okay.
2 longsword attacks. Oh, come on.
15 is gonna miss, and that's gonna miss.
I'll use my bardic inspiration on the 15. On the 14, I mean.
Okay. If you can roll a 1, you'll hit it.
Brandon is a D8.
You D8.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And that one's also going to catch a smite while you make
All
your
right.
save.
So he will take the 5 damage. He needs to make the strength savings throw.
I'm going to go 4th level on the smite.
I don't. DC 15, so he fails it. So he's still. He does.
So you'll take that 1d6 piercing at the start of each of your turn?
All right, he's actually going to make it because he is a large creature, so he got it to do it at advantage.
That's fine.
From the reading of the word. So he made the ensnaring strike. He's not ensnared.
Does the cold damage matter?
Cold damage does not matter.
So you'll take 23 radiant from a 4th level smite as well.
Minus 2, 3. Got it.
Oh! I was hoping for more.
All right, Roland, back to you, sir.
All right. I'm gonna lay on my hands myself for 20.
Okay.
And move as close as I can there.
You got it. Ernest.
Yes. I think we're going to. How's he doing now? Does he look like he's not quite as good?
He's feeling pretty good.
Wait,
I mean, I think you see
paralyzed.
You got paralyzed, Roland.
Yeah.
If you look right above his head, there's a health bar. You're looking for like orange or red.
You were paralyzed, Roland. Let's back that up just a second. The target repeats save at the end of each of its turn. So if you'd like to make that DC 15 con save again,
there we go.
You at the end of your turn, you come out of it. You just unfortunately have to stay where you are. Let's jump back to Ernest because it does say it was at the end of your turn.
Okay.
All right, Ernest.
Yeah, I think we're going to. Yeah, let's. Well, we've got a few people on him now. We're going to inflict wounds him again. First level.
In the spell slot.
Yep.
27's going to hit for another 11 necrotic.
Yep.
Everywhere you've touched him, you have left a nasty handprint. Twice.
Yes, just
wash your
hands. All right. Coming back to the frost giant. He don't like you burning him and eating away his flesh there, Ernest. 2026 looks like both hits. You gonna ward flare again, or are you taking the damage?
That's my last one.
So you're gonna ward flare? I mean, just
no. I may eat it later.
You gonna?
No, I'm going to take both.
Take both hits. You got it. Yep. Here comes the first one. Second one. You're gonna take 53.
Oh, okay, maybe should have warding flare that. Jeez. I'm hurt now.
At this rate, me and you might be in another room talking here in a minute, friend.
Oh God. Yeah, maybe so.
Clovis, you see the axe bring the axe. You see the axe come down twice into the plate mail of Peter's Devout. What you got
No,
going
no,
on?
not the face! Not the face!
Well, the thing is he protects his face, but his coin pouch is like spilling out gold and platinum everywhere. It's hard not to chuckle at his coffers overflowing a
well,
little bit.
well, the reason why my coffers are so full is because of this face. Come on.
Yeah, not
Money
anymore.
maker.
You're gonna have to see a
Not
friggin'
anymore.
plastic surgeon.
So what's
yeah.
Corvus got going on down there?
After a light chuckle, I'm going to stick with what I think is working. I'm going to go ahead and end concentration on the bonfire and then cast it again on this guy. But I'm going to do it way up here, giving it. Oh shoot!
Oh,
it
I shouldn't have
disappeared.
deleted it.
That's okay.
I did. That was on me.
I have more.
I went to move it and I just clicked it and clicked delete for some strange reason.
It's a cantrip. It's okay. I'm going to put it right there, giving this guy an out, if you, so to speak. DC 17, Dexterity.
He's got so much of it.
I know he does.
Well, he's going to take the 2d8 this time.
Yes, he is. And let me do it the right way. Okay, so it is, boom, right there. Roll D&D Beyond. Let's do 11 points of fire.
He'll take it.
And I'm
Burning his feet.
I'm gonna act as a scout over here. See if
Sure.
there's anything else coming this way.
Zaris, you're up.
Swinging at him.
That is still 2 successful hits for a total of 20.
Another 20.
Now you start to see a little bit more frost giant blood than you did before, Ernest.
Yeah.
Now you're seeing the nicks and cuts. Eleander.
We're gonna do what we did to I believe Corvus last fight. We're gonna move around to here.
Yep.
We're still in contact. While we're running, we're gonna take 2 swipes at the big boy. Slash.
Yeah, and yeah.
Ah.
Right on the money.
We're gonna roll damage, and while we're rolling damage, I'm going to use my Shield Master feat to
Okay.
shove Brandon 5 feet back,
Nice.
so that he's out of melee range. So preferably, if I came.
It doesn't do it at an angle. It shoves it away from you. So shoving
Well-
him at an angle doesn't really apply here. I know what you're trying to do, but it does.
Uh-huh.
It can't shove him. I'm pretty sure that reading is it just shoves him away from the opponent, away from you. I don't think you get to choose an angle or left or right or anything like that.
Well then, can I go? And I was here. Could I come around the other side? I have the movement for it, and shove him out there.
Yes, you have the movement for that. That'll work for me.
Sure. So I come around his backside, cutting it like the back of his calves and trying to get him to turn around. I come around Zaris's back to join him in the fight and present a unified front. And as I'm doing it, I just shove Brandon out of the way.
Right. You want to make that? You want to make that strength check, Brandon, or no? You're muted. You're muted.
Yes, I am. I'm not opposed to being shoved, if that means getting out of the way.
You're willingly failing it, is what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah, if he's pushing me out of the way, I'm gonna
I got you.
More
All
than-
right.
The difference is, if I shove you, you don't take an attack of opportunity.
That is true. So he is going to shove you back away from him 5 feet, Brandon.
Thank you.
You got it. Roland, this time you are conscious, sir. You come out of that frost and paralysis and get a look at the battlefield.
All right, now I'm going to do what I did last time. 20, lay on hands, and then come up here closer.
Gotcha.
And that will be my
Okay.
turn.
That'll work. Ernest, you find yourself pushed back 5 feet. What you want to do, sir?
Yeah, so do we divvy up any more potions by chance?
Not.
Unless you took them, no.
Yep,
Nobody's
unless
been
you
discussing
said
that.
something, the answer to that is no. And I didn't see
Well-
anybody say any chat on Facebook.
We may want to do that afterwards.
We say that every time, and I've
Yeah.
had to specifically take them.
Yep. Because I have a short-term
And there
memory.
are some. So yeah, they are some that are there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have.
As well as some really good healing salve and ointment or something like that is one of them.
You're fine. You're out of combat. Just
Yep,
fire
yep.
from a distance if you can. We got
Yep.
this guy up front.
Yeah, we're gonna back up to about. Here.
All right.
And-
You start to run off, and that great battle axe swings around. A 17 misses you by luck.
Oh!
He has a 10-foot reach,
Oh! Oh!
and you just got
All for nothing.
lucky.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fortunately,
The battle axe swings and just grazes your back as you run away.
He's picking up his gold, and as he's picking up his gold, the axe just goes right over his head.
I realize what's going on, and I was like, oh! I stash the rest, and I run off 60
Yeah.
feet,
As he-
pieces of
So,
gold flying here
With that, now what would you like to do?
Yes, we are going to, fortunately, not spend spell slots because I am kind of concerned. So we are going to do Toll the Dead. So I need a Wisdom 15 save from you again.
Gonna make it?
Well, we're going to give let's do Zaris Bardic Inspiration.
Zaris again, you got it. All right, back to my Frost Giant. All right, Eleander, he doesn't like what you did.
I figured. My AC is a 22 right now. Try me,
Oh
motherfucker.
God!
How about one?
Are you sending that Bardic Inspiration to the second?
Oh,
You gonna shield or do anything? Or you just gonna?
shield.
You are gonna shield it. All right, spin
Spin that spell slot.
that spell slot, sir. It will matter.
That's the first
Keep up with
t-shirt.
the spell. You've cast that twice this combat.
Yeah, I am out of first level spell slots, and out of fourth level, I have one more second, and I have 3 more third.
Yeah, please keep aware of that, because you may find it difficult to short or long rest on the
I am
island.
aware.
So with
Shadow.
that is all I got. Corvus.
All right, burn.
Oh, right,
yeah.
that's right. It's
Yeah.
a save. Woo! What a roll. Give me that 2d8.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna drop it like it's hot right here. And 7
Give me one
points of-
more of those.
Yeah. 7 points
He'll
of
take the 7.
red stuff, and I am going to. That's what he did. Let's do a little bit of mine sliver. Let's do
Got
a
an
little bit of
intelligence
mine.
save.
Yeah, DC 17 intel, please.
Oh, I'm loaded. Woo!
Boom. Let's do a little psychic on top of that for 9.
He'll take 9 psychic.
And I'm going to tell him that your mother's a Yeti.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Yeah,
Why you
it
gotta be like
is.
that?
It
Why
is.
you gotta be like that? Zaris,
Move over here.
the Frost Giant nearly decapitated your priest, buddy. I mean,
He's swinging.
it was within 3 points. Both of those are going to hit. For a total of 31. And 31
Yeah.
to kill.
Yes.
So with that, the Frost Giant goes down, and there's a bitter cold wind that you continue to feel as the last monster falls down and into the snow. You look around, and the statues are still present. Everything is very much the same as when you first arrived, other than the fact that there's no one yelling at you about being defilers at the moment.
Roland, are you carrying the bag of holding? Did you pick up that task after?
No.
No.
Someone
Okay.
else has it.
Okay. This would be a good time to go through that list.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're out of combat, so it doesn't matter who's holding it now. You just need to decide.
Yeah. So if you guys want to go on Facebook and look at that stuff,
Yeah.
while they're doing that, I want to examine these statues. I'm looking at everything from direction that they're looking at, trying to find like, are they looking the same direction? Are they?
They are
like,
not. They are not all looking in the same direction. They're kind of well spaced out around this frozen pond that you've currently just got a glimpse of at the edge from when you were running by it. But they're not facing in any direction. Again, the most amazing thing that you can see from these is the amazing craftsmanship that these were created as far as ice sculptures go. I mean, when you look at the tiger, I mean, it's literally the individual hairs of a tiger sculpted out of ice. The eyes, the pupils, the claws, I mean, cuticles. It's like you took a living thing and completely froze it, but it's not like you froze the outside of a living thing. The whole thing is made of ice.
Is
And it
there
was
is there a
carved,
base?
created.
Is there a base to?
Well, I think my statues have base.
Right.
The bases, but there's no real bases. They
Okay.
literally look like ice sculptures of living creatures, but these sculptures are so done that it blows your analytical mind that somebody would have the talent to create something like this.
Right. So I think Eddie, the player, knows what's up. But will you allow me to do either an Arcana or History check to kind of look into what my gut feeling is to what these things are?
I think if the direction you might be going, I think you're talking about religion.
Religion. Okay.
I'm assuming. Let me ask that because your question's kind of vague. You're talking about who possibly made these, right? Who would have the talent to do such a thing?
I'm thinking that it's from a magical means or a magical ability of either people or creatures. I'm looking at it from that aspect.
Okay, then in that note, Arcana.
Okay. All right, and what I'm going to do? I'll do a little bit of focus thoughts, if you will, on my Arcana check.
Yep.
Oof, that's nasty.
That is nasty.
32.
And you realize that there is magic happening in the garden and it is affecting these statues, but you realize that statue was not made of magic. It is pure talent, but it is godly talent.
Interesting.
It is an
Okay.
otherworldly talent like you have never seen a carving in your life. There is magic in the garden and you feel it, you get the impression that it's radiating out of everywhere and on these statues and everything. But the carving of the statue itself, you can tell that's not magic. That was made and created by an entity of quite amazing ice sculpting skill to make something so unique.
Okay.
Let me jump to another person.
Right, gotcha. Go ahead.
Lars, you got any plans at the moment?
Searching the frost giants. Unless
Searching-
somebody's already done that.
They have not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Do you need a roll or
Who?
what do you need from me?
I don't need anything. Yeah, well, I need an investigation roll.
Oh, I got
You want to
so
the
much.
roll, or you want me to give him the help action?
If you're giving him the help action, he can roll it at advantage, obviously.
Go ahead, Zars.
I've got so much of that. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
That is amazing. As you look around and fiddle around these frost giants and yetis as you're trying to find anything, the bulk of what you can find is 2 translucent pale blue opals. So you can basically just put 2 opals, and they're worth 100 gold pieces each. But you pilfer through their clothes and around the fur of the yeti. Nothing amazing comes to mind, or nothing you scout out as you dig around through them both.
All right.
But you do find 2 opals. If
Sweet.
you want the flavor, they're translucent blue.
Can I tell if skinning one or both of these Yetis would give us something a little closer to a long rest?
If you did what now?
If I skin one or both of these Yetis, would their hides or their, oh man, they smell worse on the inside, be any more helpful for protecting against cold than our gear already?
No, because they're not magical in any means. They're just naturally adapted to that through their own body. But you do know that out here in the open, even the Yeti wouldn't stay.
Ah.
So here's an option. Like, could we potentially like call the whale again and come back to this? I have no idea what's going to happen if we do that. Like, if we need to.
We don't have a way to contact them that I know of.
We have the bell.
Yeah, they have a bell. They were given a bell. I mean, you could contact it, but it is quite a trek back at this point. I will, just to give you that glimpse. Oh, wrong map. You guys are there at this point.
Are these hills of some sort, David?
They are. They're small mountain ranges that you guys have went around instead of over.
I honestly, from like an actual survivalist standpoint, I think we head towards the closest one of those and see if there's like a cliff we can tuck under or a cave we can hide in or something, because we got to find somewhere.
And you know
If
that
not a long rest, then at least somewhere we won't get jumped while we short rest.
you know that from your questioning of the ice method, that you see simply clapping his hands at the battle that ensued just now as he continues to watch what you're doing. You do recall that, when y'all talked to him first, the orb that you are looking for was in the northeast corner of this map, as that's where he recalled seeing somebody with this orb and a ferret or something playing with it.
David, from my previous castings of Lehman's tiny hut, would it allow a layer of insulation from the outside?
It would protect you from the outside weather. What, just so you know, it doesn't protect you from anything that decides to come from underneath.
Right. So, to Zach, I say, if you can find a place where we could set up with a solid foundation underneath us, I might be able to get us out from this mess.
I think we head. I know it's opposite to where we need to go, but it's only one square. I think we head southeast. I think we head toward the mountain range, but that's just my hit.
Yeah, I need to spin. I need to get some healing back. Like, I don't have. Unfortunately, I didn't take a spell that I was going to that would have given me like a huge boost to my healing ability.
Y'all have
We're
a
all
fair
pretty
amount of
roughed up.
potions, don't you?
Yeah,
And ointment.
I may need to chug a few because
If
it's
all
pretty
you're-
much mine
I'm
is
saying
like
is, if all you're
four.
looking for is healing, without burning a spell slot, I think you got options.
Yeah. Although I'm not the only one hurt.
We're southeast and trying to find.
But if you want to do that, we can work with that as well.
Eleander is not the rally the group character, but he is the only one with like traveling experience in this. So he would. Again, I won't do anything until the party decides what to do. But you guys got to chime in. And
The only thing you know, that everything you have seen in all of your travels from the minute you stepped on the dock and made your way here, is this island seems inhospitable.
What's the vote, guys?
But you let me know what you would like to do, and we'll go from there.
And not to push it, but I think the more standing around we do, the worse our situation gets too.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some curative magic myself. Although it's limited, I can patch something up in a pinch. But
Yeah.
you may want.
Zaris doesn't need anything, so it really is up to
Yeah,
everybody
I'm
else.
not like health points we can get back. I'm worried about finding a place to sit for a second. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was bad.
That was real bad.
And if we find out the hard way that we can't long rest or short rest at all on this trip, I think we're dead.
Yep.
Okay. From that standpoint, I agree. We needed to kind of see what the weather, how bad it is. If not, we just keep it going south to find the well.
Yeah.
The
'Cause I
what?
don't care how many health points
Whale.
or spell slots we burn if we
the whale.
can't long rest or put our fucking butts on the ground for 5 seconds, and that's the kind of fight we're gonna take out here, we're not coming home.
No, absolutely not.
All right. So I mean, I think we got at least three of the 5.
Yeah. Zaris, Alex, are you guys there?
I will be honest, I kind of forgot what we were doing.
Right now we're trying to survive.
Like,
Auril is in the middle
before-
of this island vaguely. We're here to catch up with her in some way.
Yep.
And
Like, what's the
also
vote for the
there's more.
action?
I think the vote's for a
Just
short
to head,
rest.
head towards the mountain to try to
Okay,
find
so we
somewhere
can
to shelter.
hold. Yeah, because if we find out we can't, like when we're really, really bad, like it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, I'd vote for that. Like, secure a cave. There might be something living in it, but it's better to fight it off as we are now.
Yeah, we can take one more fight this way, but
Yeah.
we can't trek across. We're not even half the distance across the island. That's the point I'm trying to get to. Is like we can't do this all day. We're done in 1 or 2 more fights.
Well, hopefully, if someone
then let's
doesn't
do that.
burn any more
So you
sculpture
trying to-
tails, we'll be fine.
So you're going to try to go to the
not here.
top of this mountain, and you are looking for a place to stay?
Yeah, just
Or-
one square, bottom right hand, directly towards the mountain from where the hammer is right now.
Right? So we're going to
And
make
I'm gonna, if it matters at all, David, I'm gonna get my steed back from Summon Steed.
Yep.
Get back on him.
Is that another spell slot?
He never went down, and he
That's true.
wasn't in combat.
Okay.
So I will just make him run up and join us because I dismounted when we got off to the statues.
Right.
I'm gonna ride as far as they can see out ahead of them, and that way, if anything jumps, it'll jump on me and not the group.
So you're going to try to kind of stay in the front?
Yeah, I've got some cantrips that I could use as like a flare to throw off, but I'd rather me get jumped than everybody else.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then we're going to do it 2 different ways. I need you to make a survival check for me, Eleander, since you're in the lead.
Cool. Could I get bardically inspired somebody?
If they
You
would
sure
like.
can. Yeah, I'll pat you on the back. You're like,
Zaris,
lead the way.
Zaris
Brother
could go
Eleander.
up there and give you the help action if you want another person.
I would rather, if I'm, I hate that I'm the like one leading, but like I almost died and Eleander's like man on a mission right now. I would rather you stick with them and almost like
That's cool.
watch the back.
That's cool.
Because if I get jumped, you and Roland are going to be the ones throwing hands. Like, no offense, Corvus and Ernest are not going to be the ones saving me from a fight right now.
That is true. All right, that's cool. It's up to you.
So I will roll a survival, and
Yep.
I will be bardically inspired for 8.
Ooh!
Vertically
That's
inspired for
fantastic.
8.
That
All
is
right,
the
let me have
second
that.
time.
So with that, now I need you to make a D100 roll
Oh no!
for random, and I'm going to adjust it due to your well
Get there!
over 5 win of
Lower was
on the
better. Lower was
survival.
better.
A lower was better?
Just kidding. I don't know.
Oh,
No,
God.
it's actually kind of a lot of craziness. So you find yourself trekking up this mountain with the party a number of yards behind you. And as you are coming up to the top of this mountain, I'm going to move this little token just a little bit so you can see it. At the very top of this mountain, you see basically off about that 30 or 60 foot mark before your vision starts to go away in the distance, you see a figure that looks very much for us real world people like an Easter Island statue. And it is looking at you from a distance and facing directly at you.
Can I roll religion to see if this is like something that I would know from Auril's lore?
You sure can. You can make
I'll
that
give him
at-
I'll give you the help action as well because of my, studies. I may be able to
I throw the
know
military
exactly.
hand up, I let them catch up, and I'm like, look! I keep punching my mic, I'm so sorry, guys. I go, look, it's a thing, and I roll religion. What's the button for advantage?
shift.
There we go. Sorry, I have 3 windows open in Internet
All right.
Explorer.
With your 15, this looks like a very crude sculpture of what she was called way back by a group of frost living people. The Sakuruk people, I think, was the tribe. You know that it was very far back, like the tribe has long since been forgotten. That was another worshiping group to Auril. But as you kind of get a little closer to it and start to investigate it a little bit to see exactly what it is, you notice that it tends to look and follow you as if it is turning on a neck with no body. Just the pedestal that the carved big head is on.
Chrome, not Internet Explorer, Ernest.
Yeah, thank you.
So I let the party stay a little bit closer to me now so that they can kind of see what I'm doing, but I'm going to get off my moose, and I'm going to put my hand up, like sword put away, shield equipped, put my hand up, and I kind of greet it, and I greet it in like statue of the Saruk. Is this a place of safe passage for true believers, or for followers of her? I'm kind of gonna greet it, basically. If
Right.
it's moving. Pay very respect to it.
Well, you kind of show a sign of respect to Auril, and the statue answers back in your own tongue in a very deep voice. It says, "Follower of Auril, you know the island is no place for any man, especially human."
I kind of look at my party. I'm gonna respond. We mean no trespass, only the healing of a wounded queen. Could we find safety here for the moment with you?
I cannot command or do anything. I am simply a teller of information. I know this whereabouts as well as anyone, for I have been here back when the frost giants roamed freely.
Where
Plus
would your
2.
people find haven in a land like this when they came on pilgrimage?
Back in those days, they lived in the caves on the massive center island. But today, they are inhabited by some of the fiercest of the Yetai.
Guys, you got any questions? I kind of look at the party like, I give you the expression. I do a Vigor face. I'm like, I'm winging this.
Okay, so we are within earshot. Okay.
You
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
moved up once you saw him communicating with this big ass Easter Island statue head.
And he's speaking in common, right?
He is. He spoke in the language that he was spoken to.
Cool.
I'm going to take like opposite direction. I'm just going to literally turn around slowly in 360 degrees and in infernal, try to find our method or friend and ask him in infernal.
You're asking the method that, correct?
Yeah, I'm asking him what is his dealings with this statue.
Hang on just a second. You say that in infernal, and he literally just kind of like cocks his head at you like that dog that doesn't understand a word you're saying. And he kind of goes, "What?"
Okay, I brush him off. I'm just looking for best places to set up should we succeed with diplomacy, a place to set up. I'm looking at it more from a functional standpoint, not of a negotiation.
If you're, but are you asking that of the method?
No. I asked the method what I asked him about what
Okay.
was okay, but
Well,
from now
it is clear
yeah.
to you that the method did not understand what you were saying in that language.
I understood. That's why I brushed him off, and now I'm just surveying the area around me, looking for a place to set up camp.
Okay. All Earth looks very similar on this particular mound. There doesn't seem to be any caved access of what type you're looking for that would house you. There are different indentions, overhangs, but as far as a cave access on this particular island, there isn't any. It's a different kind of overhangs, but definitely not what you would call a cave.
Right, but so for like a stone structure, what my plan is now, unless Ellie tells me differently, is I'm looking for a solid foundation, and I would use produce flame basically to burn off the snow in an area bigger than my Lehman's tiny hut. So as snow accumulates, it'll take a while to accumulate around it. So I want to burn down to the foundation.
Right, but you do got to realize, even as you burn with whatever, this is of constant snowy weather. There is no holdup ever. It is snow, it is blizzard, it is wind, it is everything. And the only thing currently allowing you to survive at all is the magic that you have giving you that frost resistance.
I'll ask the big head, where's the nearest of those such caves?
Nearest caves are to south and then to west, as told, inhabited by current destructive Yeti, direct monsters of the Frost Maiden. If it is rest you seek, I do not believe it is there. Perhaps your best bet is to seek one of the wrecked ships to the north, back in the ocean.
Hell yeah, bro.
The island. For while you are on the island, your presence will always be known to the Frost Maiden, though it is likely you are viewed as merely gnats or flies in her presence.
I'll point off to the east behind him and go, is there such a ship to the coast that way? Because we're right by, like, the pivot of one of those spokes.
Yeah, just if you could turn, just face the direction that you're talking about.
What you seek is directly north.
Oh, I see what he's talking about on the map, guys. Eleander would trust him and say, all right, then, I think we go north.
You will see it frozen on the lake as you travel north.
Are there any dangers or traps we need to be aware of that you know of in the ship?
I have not seen inside the ship myself, nor have been told its story. But as the island moves, I have caught glimpses. I know it is there. But know that the island is of the Frost Maiden. It will test your endurance in every way. Your best bet to achieve your goal of rest is to perhaps be off the island.
I'm cool with that. What do you guys think? Head north?
Yeah, I think that is pretty much what we need to do at this point.
Yep, agree.
He says,
Roland, Doris, you guys good?
Yep,
he
that
looks
works for me.
at Eleander, who started the conversation, and he says, services rendered, services must be paid.
Oh shit.
I bow very low and I go, of course, of course. And I kind of, as I bow, I'm gonna pull another Vigor and like behind my back, I'm gonna wave at you guys like, go, just start moving. Like I give you the behind the back, go. I got this.
Okay.
I mean, certainly we could talk about this because I am also very out of character.
I've been
I'm saying
offered some fucked up deals, so I'm paranoid.
No, I'm very persuasive when I need to be. Like, if we want to like try to like talk our way out of, like.
Oh no, I think we pay the dude. Just I don't know what he's gonna ask for.
What do we got to pay you?
Sacrifice.
Huh?
Zaris is going to ask what we have to pay.
Just come straight out and ask him. He
Yeah.
says, offering to the Frost Maiden must be made.
The bard.
Whoa!
Yeah, Vigor.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he meant Ernest. I was gonna side with him. I can't feel bad.
The other one.
Take one for the team.
We talking like a sacrifice, or
He simply
Yes,
tells you
what's-
offering must be made.
wait, hold on. Let me check check your notes. See if you have anything weird or specific.
I'm gonna throw out a couple animals and see if I can maybe sacrifice one of those guys.
I got one. I dig in my bag and I come back with an apple. The apple that I got from Hersham back in the way back.
Yep. Apple off the tree.
And I go, I assume fresh fruit and unfrozen life is an unseen thing in this land. And I kind of put it at the feet of the statue, and I go, it is not much, but it is a sign of respect, I hope.
He opens his mouth, and inside his mouth you notice numerous things. Treasure, gems, gold, certain potions. And he opens his mouth as you hand that apple out.
Yeah, I'll put it right in there.
And he closes it again. And when he speaks, he says, "Ah, apple from the Fey God."
Dun dun dun.
Offering accepted. And he turns and he points you from where that token is directly north.
Yeah. Now let's get moving, kids. Mount up.
All right, you got a badger, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so you move north, and again, it's hard to describe what you should see as just the worst inhospitable weather you could hope for. You travel to here. You continue as you see no ship along the coast. But as you get close to this spire point, you see it off in
Arr.
the distance.
There she blows.
You see what looks to be a frozen ship that is wrecked upon the icebergs and completely frozen in the ice. What I do need from one of you, and it can be the first person who rolls it, I need a 1, I think it is a 1d8. Yes. I need a 1d8, first
I got
person to roll it. Looks like it is a 2. So with that, you see a ship off in the distance. I am going to jump to the other map and grab your tokens. Give me just one quick second. And I'm going to grab a Vigor just because he might still show up. You make your way off to the ship.
I texted Igor just to see if he was.
Yeah, like I say, he might not be able to make it. He was concerned that it might not work out. So you move closer to the ship. You will find yourself in the top right portion of this map. Should be pretty easy to see.
Yep.
Heck
And
yeah.
you see a ship off in the distance.
Can I ride down to the ice and see if it's solid enough to walk over?
You can.
I assume it is, but I want to check before we all die.
You give it a good look, and yeah, it's pretty solid.
Will it hold a moose?
It will hold a moose. It's holding a whole ship at the moment.
Oh, this thing's up and out of the water, frozen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Magic, not natural.
That's not. Well, it is a moving island, right?
It is, but it's like say, even the ocean part close to it is frozen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like, if a ship just like gets run up on by this thing, I assume it gets caught in between one of the spokes and then
Basically
That's
gets
you,
dragged right along with it.
that's all she wrote, kids. Yeah, I'll wave the party over and let's Zaris, do you want to scout ahead or you want me to go?
I got it. Or well, I guess it's who's stealthier.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Is because I do not have the stealth. If somebody else in the party does,
I have stealth, but it's not a disadvantage. But I've got a 0.
Oh,
So I mean,
I have stealth. It's a 0, but I got it.
I mean it's
All right.
there.
That would be me. So.
all right, Eddie.
Yeah.
Don't die.
So I put my cloak of elvenkind over my horns as best as I can.
Right.
And now I have advantage on my stealth checks. With
Before you go, let me cast a spell real quick.
Yeah.
Let me read this. I'm gonna give you a bless. And since I'm out of first level spells, we're gonna second level it, which should get 1 additional creature, 3 creatures. We'll give it to Eddie. We'll give it to Brandon. We'll give it to Alex, and we'll give it to Zaris. Yeah, that covers everybody but me. Get a bless.
Okay.
That way, if saving throws or shit comes up, we're good.
all right, I'm gonna leave the badger on the shore to be next to Ellie, and basically command it to guard Ellie. And I'm going to have
I
my
give it hats.
my wings are out, but they're not. I'm not flying because I know that may disrupt the snow around me. Lesson learned from before.
Yep.
But just in case I start to sink through the ice for whatever reason, I will be able to fly out of that if need be. And I start my trek. What do you want to do, sir?
I need that. If you're trying to be quiet, you just need a stealth roll to get up to the edge of the ship.
Okay, so describe.
I'll go ahead and pat you on the back real quick and be like, "You got this," and use the last part because we're getting long rest. I'm gonna get all those back. So.
Okay.
I appreciate the positivity, Brandon.
I love the way the positivity of a long rest versus a short. He's like, "We're getting a long rest."
Well, no, I meant a short rest. If you didn't hear what I meant, said.
No, we're getting a long rest. We got this.
Yeah. There's no way frost giants could walk out of this boat. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want me to do like halfway through and roll something, or what?
Nope. I'm good with you just rolling it, and
Okay. That's
just going from
25.
there because you're going to be moving roughly a slow pace of 15, and that's not much more than that.
Is it shift to do it?
Shift does advantage. Control will do disadvantage.
Ooh, nasty.
That is a good roll.
Goodness.
So you have no problem getting up to the edge and climbing up that frozen wooden side of the boat to kind of get up and peer over.
And what does my tiefling eyes see?
Specialize.
You see that?
Green dragon from the south.
Oh, no, again.
I didn't type green. You know I typed white.
That's my default for those
That
who
don't
know
know.
me. Yeah, green dragon. And then we fought a green dragon, almost died. That sucked. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, David, I'm going to, with that information, I'm peering over the edge. Correct? Is that the words you use?
That is, I would assume so, given that's probably what I would be doing in your shoes.
Yes. Yes. I am going to. Am I within hand and arms, like signaling from them?
Yeah, they could probably still see you.
Okay. And the wind is pretty bad.
It is very bad.
All right. I'm
Not
going.
just pretty bad.
Very bad. Okay, I'm going to cast. This is just the way Corvus thinks. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion in front of Ellie. Actually, in front of, like, between Ellie and Ernest, like right there on the coastline.
Okay.
And I'm going to put 6 little figures that are doing this.
Oh, great. Zombies, of course.
Hey, that's not the worst thing it could be.
And then on top of that, as my free action, I'm just going to go. And then I'm going to do this.
You basically see him, show you an illusionary image of these undead-looking zombie things, and then told you to be quiet.
Turn undead.
You can tell that he has not memorized the message. His message is broken. Cell phone coverage here sucks.
So, what would you like?
Me or them?
And who's next? Whoever wants to make a decision next.
Yeah,
I mean, Corvus has relayed the information to you.
Eleander kind of turns and looks at the other paladin and the preacher. And he's like, I handle the Fae and the beast of the wild. I do not handle the undead.
Well, sometimes you need a priestly touch for these matters.
Let's keep this PG-13 or better.
See, I thought the same
Oh,
thing.
no. No.
I didn't say
It's ruined everything.
I didn't say they were undead kids, or Vigor or Ernest. I just said they were undead.
Yeah. If we go up there, I'm gonna have to probably drink a potion or two. Like, we want to clear this out and potentially fight, because I can't take too many more of that, and unfortunately my healing skills are shit. Yeah. So.
Actually, on that note, I'm gonna take that Corpse Slayer dagger out.
Yep.
Out of my chest armor, and I toss it to the preacher, and I go, I want that back when we clear this thing.
It does a little extra undead damage.
It do. Not better than a swinging sword, but after that, Eleander is gonna start moosing on over.
Are you trying to be? Are you trying to be stealthy as best you can, or are you just making your way?
No, actually, I am purposely I'm not making noise or anything, but I'm making a very noble walk of it across the ice, so that if anything is gonna jump out, it
a dagger, Brandon.
Yeah.
All right. So, as people start making their way across the ice and no real attempt to be quiet, there were things that would have happened.
Well,
due to the
I
weather.
would have drank a potion like before we even moved, because like if we're moving up, I'm gonna at least down like a potion of healing.
Then down one potion, because there are
Yeah, I'll
6
do the same.
undead creatures on the boat that definitely spot you as they were wandering around on the surface. Again, if no one is trying to be quiet, down that potion of healing, sir, and then let me clear this out. Remove. You may click your tokens and roll the initiative.
Hey, not a bad one.
Really? I've actually
Really?
2 really good initiatives today.
Yeah, brag about it.
Now I say that, I'm gonna choke them for the rest of the evening.
I would rather you roll well on initiative and roll bad on your attack rolls.
Yeah, I figured.
Tonight you're just
True.
doing both, and that's just not okay.
It's doing both. All
Did
right,
you
with
crit
that,
3 times in one combat with the same fucking axe?
twice. It wasn't 3, but it was twice.
Only twice.
One was on you, and one was on Ernest.
Before, also as part of like chugging the potion and then starting the walk over there, on the walk over, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, so I can tank a little better. Because I'm hoping
Again,
we'll get
spend those spell slots. As I said, it does matter.
Yes, I don't have enough left where saving them is gonna help. So I might as well
Got it.
burn them.
Eleander, it is a 20-foot up to get to the top of that.
Sure, I got it, and I'm on moose back, so I super got it.
+2 to AC, concentration. Have at it, sir.
All right. I move up to the edge of the ship, and I'm gonna keep Eddie in my sight line, but I make sure not to like turn my head or anything to give away that he's up there
Right.
or that he's wherever he is. Do I? Oh, I see him. Sorry, I literally couldn't see the tokens. All 20 is being slow tonight. 20 feet up the side.
It would be, but you're probably already about 10 foot up on the back of that moose.
Yeah. So I got 35 movement. Let's
So you got about
One.
25 left after getting right to there.
Okay, so I will come to the edge of the boat, the end of the boat here. I stand up on my moose's saddle and
Yep.
kind of like use my shield arm to hoist myself up, and I go, and I yell six of them as I like start at a jog and turn to a sprint, and I'm gonna get adjacent and swing on this boy right here.
All right, have at it.
2 swings. One
Yeah.
swing is swung. And I swung a
yeah.
swoop. Oh, that was 3d4.
So while the cold damage doesn't do anything,
Oh, yeah.
you're doing 16 and 11.
16 and 11.
16 and 11. So let's see. All right. Minus 16. That gives him 6 left. That means your 11 would do 5. 5 plus 5 is 10.
I have 5 more feet of movement.
He makes it right on the dot. He has 1 hit point left.
Oh, well then I'm going to use my bonus action to Shield Master attempt to shove him backwards off the fucking head of the boat.
That'll work.
And we'll see how...
You versus him.
Yeah. Oh, I got a
Woo!
big
Look
ol'-
at me. I got a 6.
Well, I rolled about as low as I could low.
I'll let you do it if you will roll me 2d6 for the 20-foot drop.
2d6.
2d6 for
should
the
be enough.
20-foot drop. But that's considered That's not magical. So he crashes into the ground. Blood a little bit goes everywhere. He's prone, but he's moving from the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's 20 foot down. That's
But he
fine.
is 20 foot down. That is true. Zaris, you're up.
Is there a ladder or a rope ladder or a rope
There's
off the side of this
a
boat?
wooden ladder built into the side of the boat that you're able to
Where?
Use the moose as a
right
climbing
there at
tool.
Eddie.
There, Eddie, can I just climb up the ladder with no penalization, like no having to roll?
No, you would have if you're going to go by Eddie. You don't have to roll, but at 20 foot up, you would only have 5 foot of movement once you got to the top.
That's okay, because I would end up being on the top, like right here, right?
One more.
Like
in.
right at Eddie, or what? Here?
Yeah, that'd be the best you could achieve is any one square around Eddie.
That's all right. I'm within 5 feet of something to hit, anyways. And hold on, I don't know why Roll20 or Beyond, D&D Beyond does this.
What you talking about?
Sometimes gives me an extra +1. Like I'm supposed to have a +10 to hit with this great axe, but sometimes it gives me +11, and I don't know why. So I have to refresh it.
Huh? I don't know.
What about a
12
12?
hits, though,
Oh, sweet. Then
and a 24 hits.
awesome. So you're gonna take 18, and then that second attack was a great weapon attack. So you're gonna take another 18.
So minus 18, 22. So at least 4 left. 18 minus 4 is 14. But do the +5, which makes it 19. So his con save is a 19. Can't make it. He's dead.
Bam.
Damn. Damn.
Yes.
I mean, Zaris literally takes that axe and just chops him in half
Oh.
from shoulder to hip, diagonally,
Yep.
just
That
wham.
is ugly.
Mm.
However, with that, undeads move in.
Jesus.
All right. It looks like I've got. Let's just make it.
Ooh.
Even. We're gonna make
Look,
it
Zerth.
even. I'm gonna put 2 on Zaris, 2 on Eleander. This is you, Zaris. Looks like one's gonna hit. This is Eleander. I don't think either of those hit. Zaris.
One
you're
of
gonna
just
take
the crit.
just the crit. You're gonna take 14 damage, but I do need a DC 10 con save from you,
You get +3 from me.
and you do get a
I
plus
can
3.
automatically. I get the +3. I can automatically make it
Yeah,
because of the +3 from him.
right. So you fail it, but make it.
Whew, I was gonna say I can automatically make it, and then I rolled the 1 and got nervous.
Right. So you take the 14, and you are not paralyzed.
Sweet.
That's
Everyone
all
also
my.
has less on saving throws and attack rolls.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right,
Oh,
roll. You're
yeah.
up.
And attack rolls? Dang.
D4.
All right. Gonna come 15 close, and I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step onto the boat.
Nice.
That'll do it.
And I will take a swing at the top guy.
Don't forget
14?
Yeah, that's a
Plus
hit.
D4, if it
Oh,
matters.
well,
No, 14 hits.
Okay.
That's 9. And 22. For another 17. 17, 28, 36 total.
36 total. So the first one did
19.
19.
Yeah.
And then the other one did 17. So that would be minus 3, 4. Another DC 19. Still can't make it. Come on. All right.
That is my turn.
Corvus.
Free action, lick my finger, check the prevailing winds. Which way is the wind
Everywhere.
blowing?
It's everywhere and swirling.
Okay. I'm gonna turn turn around. I got to give my. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna turn around and my badger friend's like, "Oi, take care of that one right there." And I'm gonna have the badger. It's an ill-tempered badger.
It's a honey badger. They're always mad.
He may not be able to. Oh yeah, you can get right there. He's on the ground, right?
Yes, the one on the bottom is on the ground.
He's going to get an advantage. His little badger teeth. Oh, I think I didn't roll at advantage.
However, that's not going to hit.
Yeah, that's not advantage. Anyways, let's see. I didn't do the right.
Deal magical damage, Eddie?
No, it's not, but it looks good. 21. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good bite. And he tears into that undead flesh.
Yeah, 1 point of non-magical damage. I'm not gonna roll it.
Gotcha.
It's just a 1, but it looks good. He'll get attack of opportunity for moving, and yeah, life of a wizard.
So what's Eddie doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna unfurl my wings. I was trying to find which way the wind is going to blow me.
It really is kind of everywhere on this island. It's not just constant in any one direction. That's what made the whole point of the flying nearly impossible. It's bad.
Yeah.
You realize that when you unfurl your wings and think about flying, you realize that it's going to take some checks.
Okay.
To stay aloft due to your size.
But I can still see stuff in front of me, right? I just kind of...
You can still see about your vision, which is about that 60-foot limit.
Okay, all right. So I have my shield on my back, obviously, because I'm climbing. I'm just logically thinking about this. So I could have one hand on the scaffolding or rope, and then one hand in my spell component patch, so I have one hand free, so I should be able to cast a spell from that vantage point.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm not flying. Let's do something simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I am going to cast... There's 2 of these boogers. I'm just going to keep it simple. Let's do a Thorn Whip at... the one right in front of Ellie.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up here for everyone to look at.
Oh,
and what I want to
hit first.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see. That's right. It's a hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gotta hit him and then you
Whip him.
yank him back.
Okay, 16 hit.
Yep. It's gonna hit, and he's gonna take 8 damage.
So what I want to do is I want to kind of toss him off the side, because it gives me, it says up to 10 feet closer.
It is 10 feet closer to you. So basically, he would go right to there.
Mm-hmm.
5,
Can he move
10.
through me?
I would assume so, same as all other movement with no opportunity attacks. I mean, not that this presented it, because it's a forced move.
No problem.
Assume so, being magic. Obviously the spell doesn't go into that, so I would assume it just yanks it past you.
Yeah, not liking the result I was trying for, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to let go and unfurl my wings to kind of flop to the ice below me.
All right, I need an athletics or an acrobatics check from you, whichever you would like.
Let's do acrobatics all day long.
It is a DC 14.
Yep, I fall.
All right, you do fall. So you unfurl those wings, but the wind catches you kind of badly, and it just whips you around and slams you into the ground. You take 7 non-magical bludgeon damage as you kind of grasp for some air. Yeah. Ernest, you see the ghouls now in a pack attacking the group, and Corvus come off the side of the ship in a rough manner.
Yeah, I don't like any of that nonsense.
And there is one ghoul down there on the ground.
Gotcha. So what I am going to do is at the second level, we're going to get the spiritual weapon up on the board. You may have as my bonus action.
Right.
Again, I don't have the token. I don't believe.
I don't know what my hang-up is for not remembering to do that.
I'm going to send you a note one day.
No kidding. I work on some D&D stuff like at my lunch, and
He
all
does.
kind of things, but I can't.
For
I
whatever
can't
reason.
seem to remember that one. And I just don't know why. Copy.
They need a better prone icon.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's probably one of those little things you can kind of put on it,
That's what I'm
but
trying
to me,
find.
even it doesn't do it justice.
Oh. Fog of War went away.
Take I know it. Just take that one and do
Okay.
whatever you want to with it.
We are going to place it right here. And I'm going to start bonus action attack him. 11?
11 is not a hit.
Dang it. Alright, and then as my main action, I am going to use Toll the Dead. So I need a Wisdom 15 save from Zombo.
Toll the Dead, wisdom 15.
Zabo number 5.
How about I make a number 3?
Bam.
Oh, and I assume he's been hit, right?
Which one are you hitting?
This one.
No, he has not.
Ooh, okay.
Zara killed one, and Roland killed one. Eliander knocked one off the front. That one has not been hit.
Well, that's lame. So he's going to take 7, and he's been
7?
damaged now.
He has now. As you watch part of his flesh just get dissolved away. Eliander, back to you, sir.
I'm going to swing on the one that just
Got yanked past you.
Yeah, the one that was having a tussle with old Corvo there.
All right.
We're gonna do some swings. Swing 1.
Success.
Swing dose. Yeah, I got a crit
success.
fail to not hit these dudes.
Yeah. They only got a 12.
I'm kind of the same way.
Good,
he will take
good.
the 11, which leaves him at 3 points. So that would be 15 minus his 3, puts him at 0, leaving 12 points left over, plus the 5, which is 17. He's dead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna step where he is and backhand the other one with my bonus action Shield Master and try to shove him off the boat.
Okay.
Playing with angles, boys.
I'm going to let him make a dex save to go off the boat since that token takes about half of it. However, with a 20, I would make it at disadvantage.
I said what I said.
Yeah, you did. He's off.
I said it with my whole chest.
Okay,
he
Ike
hits
Turner.
the ground hard as well, but the non-magic damage doesn't do too much. Boom!
Eddie's going dark tonight.
Zaris, you see another one fly off the boat.
All right. Do we still have bless?
You still have bless because he has not been hit to even make him have that concentration.
So I guess the only one that's still on the boat.
So I would have rolled that hit at like for the spiritual weapon. I would have rolled that with the bless, or should have.
The spiritual weapon is not
spiritual weapon doesn't get blessed.
No, but it gives advantage to hit, so it would have it would have hit potentially.
Yeah, because you're the one controlling it. That is true.
Could we retroactively say that happened, or?
Now I'm not going to retroactively do it, but yeah, that only because that's up for you guys to remember that on your turn. But it should have. You are correct though. From here on out, yes, bless should work on you hitting with things that you control because you are blessed.
All right. Fuck yeah.
I don't know why. I can't see why that wouldn't work. So yeah, just you're gonna have to remember it. However, you do hit with both of those, Ethan.
Does one of them take it out, or does it need both?
He has 15 hit points, so that leaves 6 remaining from your 21. So it would be 5 and 6 is an 11.
Okay.
Still not gonna make it, so he's out.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there a ladder on this side of the boat?
There is not.
There isn't?
It is a straight 20-foot drop.
Okay, then I'm gonna
I would
climb.
allow you to run, jump off the boat, and hit that guy at the bottom, but you would have to take the 2d6 damage.
Yeah, I don't want that. So I'm just gonna climb down the ladder where Eddie is,
All
or
right.
Corvus.
You would have 5 movement and lose the attack.
Yep, that's okay.
All righty, there you go. Back to my ghouls. So this round, they both stand up. However, of course, the badger being fresh meat for such a hideous creature. Does a 15 hit the badger?
Yes.
Can the badger take? Can the badger take 7?
No.
Well, it obviously slashes into the badger, and as it tries to eat it, it's kind of like watching that raccoon eat cotton candy in the river as it just fades away from his little hand. It's like, what the hell? What's here? But it does see that big lion, so it moves up to the big lion to make its second attack, and I know a 12 does not hit the lion.
No, it doesn't.
So we're going to move around the boat to there. It can't make it. Uses its other turn to make it to there. That's all I got. Rolling.
Right. So is Corvus still on the ladder?
Corvus is at the very bottom of the ladder on the ice.
Okay.
Yeah. Ow.
He
So
still will
I
take.
will-
You'll still have to take that penalty hit at the bottom, but he is down
but
there.
that would be 25.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. So I'll go down the
Yep.
ladder to there
That works.
and make some attacks
That's a hit.
Yeah.
for 19.
For 19, this one has taken none. So that means he's got 3 left. So it's going to take another one
For 17.
for 17. 17 minus 3 leaves 14 plus that 5 makes it a DC 19. Ah! Still can't make it. Thought I had that one. All right, 1 left, Corvus.
Ah.
You stop looking up his skirt, but it's up to you.
Yeah. I finally catch my breath after getting the snot knocked out of me. And from the prone, I cast Bonfire. DC 17 dexterity save to that gentle
Yeah, I got a
person.
little bit of that, but it ain't going to matter.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so with that, he does take 2d8 fire. So he
8.
will take the 8 fire.
And I'll put it on the map. And
And he's burning,
I'm gonna
but
stand up a little bit.
Zaris is suddenly kind of warm there next to you. Ernest, what you up to? It's feeling good out here all of a sudden as it whips in the wind.
Yeah, so you said it's a 20-foot drop down,
It
right?
is a 20-foot drop down.
And the spiritual weapon,
But
I
not,
assume,
not
like,
obviously not for you. You're on the land. I guess you're talking about the weapon.
yes. I'm trying to figure out, will the height matter if I want to, if there's 20 feet to get to someone, it would be 20 feet in the air, right? Or could I potentially, since it's
basically,
a
your
spectral
hammer
weapon,
Your hammer still has only, 30-foot movement?
I think it's 20. Let me double check, but I am pretty sure it's 20.
Yeah, it would not have the movement to make it to that goal.
Yeah,
And not in
it's,
this round. You could obviously still move it, but it would be probably halfway down the boat.
yeah, by that time, I think the battle's going to be over. But I need to, we'll just bring it over here just to chill. So we're going to move it on Zaris. So we'll
Move
do,
it 10 and then float it down 10? Or just there?
here's,
Okay.
here's
So what's
something.
Ernest going to do?
Yeah, Ernest is going to, but let's see, we are going to do Toll the Dead on the zombie. So that's the Wisdom 15 save.
Get him.
Still can't do it.
Good.
He has been damaged.
Well, it's
So he's
easily
gonna take
6.
6 necrotic. Well, he's got 5 hit points, so that's
Woohoo!
1 under. So 5 plus 1. I'm going to make it. He actually stays in at 1.
I got something for his ass.
Eleander, you are up.
I'm gonna
I have a
step.
feeling if you don't get in, Zara is.
Yeah, I trust the cat. I'm gonna step here where the spiritual weapon is, and
Yep.
I'm gonna lean over the edge of the boat. And this spell is a cantrip, and it's got at least 20 feet of range. It's got 15 foot of range. And he's at least 5 foot tall, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, he's medium.
Okay, so I will lightning lure down at the top of his head.
Nice.
Okay.
And
What is that?
attempt
Some
at
kind of save?
range. It's a strength save, DC 15.
Not happening.
You're gonna take. It's gonna be 2d8 and be pulled 10 feet.
Okay.
God, that's
He's
not
going to
great.
take 5 damage from the 1, so 4 and 5 is 9. He's still in there. He flies up in the air, takes the lightning damage, falls back to the ground and smashes, but the ragdoll is still in at 1.
Chucky.
Do I at least knock him prone?
You know what? You would knock him prone because he didn't fail to save. Zaris.
And
Have
he's
a
burning.
fucking moan about it.
And he's kind of burning. Zaris. 19 and 20 hits. Give me that first one.
Damn.
That is 23 damage minus the 1 is 22. 22 plus 5 is 27 or something like that. It's into 20s and I can't make it.
There you go.
All right.
Last of them have dropped. So you find yourself in the cold bitterness at now what appears to be an empty pirate ship.
You killed my
I'll immediately
girlfriend.
chuck the other 3 bodies off the far side, not the
Off the
coast
top.
side.
Boom,
Um,
boom, boom.
And then I'm gonna hop down into the innards of this thing with my dark vision and whatnot, and try to make sure that we are truly alone. All
right, you look down in the cargo hold of this, and you do not find anything else.
So
And
I think I'm going.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to start making my way up, but you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna try to light a bonfire down here.
Oh, I can.
Some of us don't have that kind of magic.
I could do that.
It'll
if
last
you
for
want.
at least a minute.
Yeah, I'll light one down there. See what if we can see a little better.
Right.
If I can use
There is
control water.
there is no underside to this. You know there's not anything there. The minute you get off the island, you feel a little bit of that oppressive nature, not quite the same as being on the island. That cold, oppressive feeling of this blizzard and doom that the island had. So it is a different DC check of survival. If you would like to, are you trying, which is different if you're trying to make a short or long rest. You tell me what you would like to try here as far as what may happen with a possible random encounter versus a short rest and a possible random encounter versus a long.
Mechanically, I've got a +6 survival, and we've rolled pretty okay on that before. If anyone has a higher, I'd like to go for a long rest, even though it's a bigger risk, because I think if we can
is a
get it,
bigger
that's
risk.
a bigger boon.
I also have a +6. Can I give him a help action?
For this, no. There's nothing
Okay.
really you can assist with. It's just a survival check that influences the random encounter chart.
Then yeah, it's all up to you
It's whoever wants
there,
to roll
Eleander.
it, and then
Unless
you'll
you
be
want me to do
rolling-
it.
Then you'll be rolling a D100 after that.
Yeah, I don't care who rolls. I'm just trying to see if we have. I don't have guidance. I'm trying to look at my
I do.
It's
stats.
just that your survival check is going to influence the random encounter chart. Is how that works.
If I see Ellie, kind of calculating in his head, the wind and all that stuff, I will try to add some intellectual prowess and give him guidance.
Yeah, like flavorfully,
Question.
I'm using control water to pull the water, all the moisture out of some of the wood that's loose in the ship, so that we have like an actual dry spot, so that we have like actual firewood. I'm taking some of the bits of whatever animal I last cut up and hanging out some rations. Like whether or not we mechanically get it, Eleander is like trying to shore this
Now,
place
are you
up.
trying to long rest just simply in the boat, or are you trying to tiny hut this? Because I don't want that to come up later. Oh, we were trying to tiny hut it.
I
Are
think we
you trying
discussed
to-
tiny hut, right?
Yeah, we've brought it up enough times, and I think the added security would be a good thing. But I think we would either way we would prep the boat so that it's a secure location to do tiny hut.
If
A
we
tiny
long
hut,
rest,
okay.
tiny hut. If we short rest, then probably just I could do my bonfire. You know, spam my
just
bonfire.
let me know which it is because it's different DCs. Short or long?
Is
Well,
everyone on spell slots? Like,
can we try short and then go long?
Well, here's the thing. The reason my vote, and this is not like to try to tell the party what to do. This is just like explaining my thought process. Eleander's thought process would be sit for an hour would be nice, but we're not gonna actually recuperate much on just sit for an hour and then get back on the island. Eleander would be in the mindset of we've gotta sit and maybe catch some sleep in shifts and like wash ourselves off and bandage things and like catch our bearings because we just got knocked upside the head real bad.
Right.
yeah,
Way.
I am all in that favor. After our last encounter, I say is like blood's like trickling, and I'm
It's
like
frozen
wrapping
and
another
caked on-
bandage.
It's frozen and caked on his scarf. All right, so I'm here to long rest with Leoman's tiny hut. So if you will give
Ethan,
me that
Alex, you guys
survival,
cool with that? I don't want it to be a majority vote. I'd prefer whatever we do be 100%. That way, whatever comes, we all agreed to it.
is anybody
Fine with
disagreeing?
me.
I'm
No,
fine
that's
with
fine
all
with
of it. Like, I'm good on spell slots, but my spells aren't really terribly combative.
All right, let's
So
do
it's
it.
up to
Go,
you
Ethan.
guys.
Yep.
Roll
All right.
with guidance.
Yep.
Then
Are we hearing Bard song while we roll? Or are you out of those?
I am out of those. I gave the last one to Corvus. Did you spend the one I gave you earlier? Because I gave you two, I believe.
Oh, I did not know because I rolled the crit on. No, I used one to find the head because I wanted to. Be
I didn't use
over-
mine that
Yeah.
you gave me.
Ooh.
God, we're good at this.
I didn't
that's
use
good
mine.
recall. All right, let's make that roll with a
D8.
a
And a
D8
D4.
and a
What?
D4.
Uh-huh.
Come on,
And that would
Zara.
be survival.
We believe in you.
Tell us it's safe. Tell us all is well.
Who's rolling? Is it me?
You are
You are.
The
What?
D8 or the whole thing?
all
The
of it.
whole
A
thing.
survival
Oh, I
check with a
thought it was
D8.
Eleander.
Nope.
No,
a survival
we
check
have the
with a
same
D8 and a
survival,
D4.
and you
Well,
have
you
Bardic, so it's you.
choke the survival roll.
Hold on,
Add
hold
a-
on. Because
add
I've got
eight.
bless too.
Add an 8 and a D4.
2 D4s because I've got
Correct.
bless.
No,
Rip.
Bless is not on this. Bless is
Oh,
saving
Bless isn't
for
on
the
this?
attack.
Nope. Add a
Oh,
4
I thought
to
it was ability checks. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
So you're looking at a 14. All right, roll me a D100, sir.
That whole time I thought it was Eleander doing this. My bad.
Nope.
Nah, it's fine, man.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
12.
We don't know it's bad yet.
Well,
Everybody
We
toughen
don't.
up.
We don't, but the way he's saying 12 doesn't make me.
Well,
Well,
if it's a generic
any better.
list, low is good.
I was about to say, Corvus is correct. Low is better. You failed the survival check, but
Huh.
a 12 does not generate anything.
Yee!
So you are capable of, just by stupid luck, you are capable.
Hey!
Sometimes
Yeah.
luck makes the best.
This
Higher
isn't
is lower.
Zaris' natural terrain, alright?
Hey,
Uh,
look.
So
Obviously,
you are
um,
able to pull off a long rest with that those two particular rolls.
I have a
Absolutely.
question for the team. I saw while I was looking up the number of health potions we have that we have an amulet with proof against detection or whatever it's called that prevents
Yes.
you from being scryed and stuff. Would y'all mind if I wear that? I don't know if there's a mechanical thing going on, but if up until now, I'm gonna be real honest in character. I've been communicating with Auril, not like ratting us out or anything, but like it is my god, and I do pray. But for the moment, with how hostile that is, Eleander would want to like take every precaution to make sure I'm not fucking you guys over and being tracked. Are you guys cool with me dropping that on my character for the time being?
Mommy, get on her side so she doesn't utterly stomp us into the ground.
Yeah, let's
It
not
might,
have the
didn't
warning.
the imp say that she knows everyone who sets foot on this island?
But we
like
are
where
not
everyone
on
is?
the island right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
He did say that to you, yes. And it wasn't the imp; it was the
statue.
The statue guy.
Yeah. Just in case, it might have no effect, and I don't mechanically need it for the character, but like at this point, my brain is every precaution. Let's take it.
Corvus is looking through his spell book, looking straight down in a dead. There's almost like the only thing you hear is like wind and the flipping of pages. He looks down. And he said, "We used to have a cat in Waterdeep. It was real good at killing mice. Then it started to killing its own kittens." He looks up and he says, "I don't want you to come after us because we can't find you if your way is lost." And then goes back down to studying his pages. And
either that's deep or I missed it.
so the point of it is that if she can't see you, we can't see you. And if you are pulled into your obsession of doing what you do well, right?
I got you now.
Pull against and kill your other kittens. In this case, would be us. You are so good at killing rats, but you may turn against us, and we may not be able to find you. So it's
a word of warning, basically.
Yeah. Okay. My vibe is considered checked.
Could be good, but I get it now. It's a word of warning.
Will you wear this bell around your collar so we can hear you jingle jangle in the night?
Not to like take a huge detour to roleplay everybody, because I know we are.
Which I dig, man. I love that.
Yeah, but in character, and I won't go through the whole links of like all the stuff, but now that we do have a moment to breathe on this island, I do want to check everyone and see, like, let's have a little round table and see. Like, I know we have to go after an orb. And honestly, I think I was not here for the session where we established, or I had to leave early the session where we established why that was important.
It is the orb that was stolen from the Harpers that has a ton of information in it about this lost city that Auril has tucked away that they hope to use to expand Levistus's prison, as well as turn all the North into her permanent home here on the Prime Plane.
Yeah.
So there's information she believes the orb has that they need, which was stolen from them, as the person was trying to bring it here.
So I'll be honest with the party. I'm not here to kill Auril. And when it comes down to it, I will side with you guys.
Story time.
That's what it's gotta be. But I'm not here to kill her. I think she is as much, and I've said this a little bit in character before, but I think she is as much a victim and lost as we are right now. And I think when it comes to that final fight there is a way to put her away without trying to strike down what is essentially a natural force in the world. And these Harpers, they seem like whatever people, no real feelings on them. If that orb has information on my goddess, my goal is not going to be to turn it back over to somebody else. It's going to be to figure out how to stop the Rime ourselves. and I just want to see where everybody else sits, character motivation wise, so that when shit happens, we're all on the same page. Because I don't want us to get to a boss fight or get to a teetering moment and have half the party look at the other half the party and go, wait, no, that's not what we're here to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just want to like have a role play moment and check where everybody's vibe is, just in regard to what we came to do.
So
You
anybody
know what
got
I mean?
answers to that question in particular?
I
Or
do.
that statement?
Did the Harples or whoever did they promise us substantial reward for returning the orb, or was it just kind of for the greater good we could stop the rhyme and
No,
blah blah blah.
there was reward discussed for recovering the orb, but nobody said any figures. You didn't say any, and she did not say any.
Vague terms.
It was fake terms.
This does not.
It reminded. I've been playing a lot of The Witcher lately, and it reminded me of The Witcher. Going, nah, I don't want to do this mission until we come to a price. But nobody said anything, so I'll just let it go.
Well, isn't the person that tasked us with this? Didn't someone warn us about that person, or was that someone else that I'm thinking of?
You were kind of warned about that person by. Oh, who was it?
The guy in the tower that blew up, Zond? The copy of Zond?
Yes, that's right, because he had old memories of Zond, because he was part of the Arcane Brotherhood as well, told you that she not only is a Harper, yes, part of that Harper Alliance, and a true member of the Harper family, but he did tell you she is also a member of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yeah, and I know she has those three cold balls, two of which are undead, apparently.
Right.
So she's willing to use magic that is a little less savory and that my particular guy would find, evil or, unnatural.
Right. So while she is a member of the Harpers, which is a kind of a good aligned organization, she is also a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, who, while not necessarily evil in any manner, they do have a certain tendency to seek power.
Yeah.
Not necessarily bad. It'll take anybody.
Right.
Sounds like they might want to try to control the rhyme, while in effect, stopping it as well, but also having all that power.
Yeah. They want their finger to be the ones on the trigger is kind of what I got the vibe from.
Right. So
Yeah.
there
Honest in
was a little
character?
bit of warning from Zahn there from what he recalled.
Can I be honest in character if that's where your head is, Alex?
Yeah.
I'll pull out some small kind of belt wrap books that I've been referencing and kind of show you guys that it's just like books and Bibles of Auril's lore. And I've got a few more rare one-of-a-kind things that I'm specifically after as a personal side quest. But if the party sees that it would be the morally right thing to do, I think after the end of this, Eleander would want to kind of take that level of knowledge and make sure it disappears into the north, if you know what I mean. If we can turn the rhyme off and I can fade away into the snow as the last person to know how to do it, I think that would make me very happy.
Wait, using you as kind of a sacrifice?
Let it die with me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I want to put Auril back to base form and take her and all knowledge of how this happened and fucking disappear into the snowstorm forever.
I mean,
That's my end goal.
I mean, there's got to be another way, right? You don't have to throw away your life.
Sure, I'm open to suggestions, but this isn't a sad human sacrifice thing. I mean, this is just.
He's not saying sacrifice. He's just saying he believes that knowledge has been corrupted, and maybe people need to forget it, and then a new person show up and say, "This is how it should have been." Once that the old has been forgotten.
Basically, from day one, this character's motivation is I want to hit the reset button on Auril because she has a third form that's just a crystal. That's just the soul of winter that I've read about. And, like, I feel like if I can reset her and take whatever's in that orb and just go into the north, and you guys can return home conquering heroes, we can leave the 10 towns better than we found them. Everybody can go the fuck home, and we're all good. Because listen, my mom's dead. I killed my dad. I killed my crazy aunt. I got nothing to go home to anyway. So this is
You're
is
2/3 right. You're 2/3 right. You
Oh,
have
did we not kill
not
the aunt?
killed the ant yet.
Okay, we need to, but I can handle that later.
We need to.
Oh yeah, I told her last time I saw her, if I see you
She
again,
has
you're
brought
fucking
you a lot of
hole in the
pain. Let me
ground.
put it. I'll put it that way. She has brought you a lot of pain.
I'll admit, I do take pleasure in that one.
I mean, we could do that as like, if we want to like maybe like leave and come back and do that as like before. But like, I really don't want to see you die. I think like you can make a life like pretty much doing like something. Like you're not bound to your god. You have
Nah,
other.
man. It's I'm not telling the party what we have to do. I just wanted a role play moment to say that like you guys have families and people and goals to go home to. Eleander does not. He has penance to do. And at this point, if what we're telling is we're on the island where she's at and where that orb is at that knows how to stop the rime, once the rime is turned off, Eleander's gonna pick that crystal up after the final fight and fucking go beyond the wall for all sakes and measures. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
As long as you're
that's where
not.
my head's at. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to say it now because I don't want to kill her, and that's actually kind of important. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
okay. From my perspective, it's not killing her. It's more along the lines of stopping it. It is the rhyme, right? So there's a lawn chair with a pina colada and chort next to a volcano with my name on it, and I can't go there if I'm here. So if we don't kill her, whatever. I just want to get the 10 towns out of here. But I understand what you mean. It's to stop the rhyme, not necessarily kill her. But if she steps my way, there's a fireball right up her yin yang that won't tickle at all. But
Frozen. Right up the frozen tunnel.
I understand what you
The real-
mean. But I'm there with you.
The real question is, do we even have the capabilities to kill a god? Like, I'm sure we can stop the rhyme, but straight up kill a god? Do we even have that level of power? Is that possible?
Potentially, I do have the artifact for my particular god that can turn the tides in battle when things seem worse. Like it just out of character. It's pretty much got like dawn. It's got like scorching ray. It's got like fireball. It's got like a shit ton of stuff it can do.
yeah, Eleander wouldn't bring this up unless he was worried you guys could do it. And he's already seen you knock her around a good bit in a tough situation. So, realistic fear or not, it is a fear in my character's head. And I just want to make sure you four guys, and I'll talk to Vigor too, are at least aware that that's something he would want. I'm not saying, like, if you got the chance and you have a killing blow and you take it, I'm not going to hold that against anybody, but, like, I think the Changeling needs to go, because that's bad. I think the Rime needs to stop, because that's bad. But the Rime is done out of fear. And the Rime is done, I believe, out of a fucked up need to protect what's up here.
Well, there's also the thing that she's protecting the north from is that chaotic.
That's the Changeling.
Okay.
Just some stuff to
Something to think about. So if everybody has long rested, let's take a quick 7-minute 5-minute break. We'll pick back up at 9. So take a quick break, and I'll be right back.
Yep. I'll be back in a second.
I want to memorize. I want to scribe, and I know my microphone is not muted. I want to scribe. Greater invisibility. Badass. It's gonna cost some. I'll take it out of the party's funds. I'll tell David on the way out. The last spellbook had a couple spells that I use, or we could use. That being one of them. I don't think Ice Storm would help.
Is that a Josh?
I see the green wizard approaches.
Wow, what timing.
The metagaming part of me is on high alert right now.
Before you go any further, what are you on alert for that your character wouldn't already be alert for anyway?
Okay, so no, that they are parallel. Okay, however,
Then you're not metagaming.
well, yeah. I mean, the cold biting, not knowing where I'm going to be able to study comfortably is a resource management issue for any spellcaster, namely, not like a warlock can, okay, shiver against a stone for an hour and you get all your shit back. But nice shirt, by the way, Josh. But and I love you and I miss you. But from both
Love you, miss you too.
but from both sides, it kind of blushed a little bit. From both sides, I am very cautious as far as, to your point, if we go over around each hill or each crack, we're going to be across something that we may not be able to survive, or find our way back to a freaking mythical whale that can get us from point A to point B. We need to be very, very careful. And Brandon has always played his character like cautiously. I think we need, be like Brandon.
Yeah, that's not at all metagaming. I think people get worried that they're metagaming more than you'd ever actually metagame, because if you're worried that we need to conserve resources and play cautiously and you pick your spells accordingly, there's an in-universe equivalent to knowing the difference between an intelligence save and a wisdom save. Like, you're a spellcaster, you know that certain spells affect people in different ways, so it's not metagaming to be like, oh, I'm going to load up on intelligence saves, or I'm going to load up on resource management. You just got to, play your best. And then metagaming is when you're like, oh, I know he's rolled 2 death saving throws that pass, so I'm not going to bother to heal my friend. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're more than fine, dude.
I mean, I looked back on my spell selection before we got on the ship, knowing where we're going, and I had already memorized Lehman's Tiny Hut as a spell, not a ritual, right? Because you can cast it as a
we
ritual.
were traversing tough terrain. That was smart.
Yeah. So I had already had it prepared. I wasn't even going to roll the dice with like a 10 or, however long it takes to cast it as a ritual. I wasn't going to mess around. But I think that we know very vague information based on an ancient relic that spoke to us and a deceptive method or an imp that's not leading us in any particular direction. We really have to go where our instincts taking us, I think. And I think right now we need, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, we need a leader. I'm reluctant that it's you because you are like potentially backfire and kill us, but I think that you will bring us to a point where we can make a decision as a couple, as a group. If we go anywhere else, we're going to die. So
I definitely don't want to be a leader, just because I don't think my character... All you missed, Josh, to catch you up, we did the fight with the Yetis and the 2 Yetis and the 2 Frost Giants, and they kicked our teeth in. I went down.
We got wrecked.
Yeah, we spent a lot
Those
of spell
things hit
slots and
hard.
came out limping. So we headed to the mountains nearby, and we random encountered into this talking head that gave us a tip to head back north, and we're actually off the coast north, tucked away in a frozen sailing ship, and we rolled well enough, or lucky enough, to get a long rest in here. So with the campfire put up, I kind of unveiled myself roleplay-wise to the party and gave everybody a second to take it in and to respond in character, or at least stew on it. Just saying, I'm not here to kill Auril. That's the last thing I want, actually. I do want to defeat her and get this orb back and figure out how to stop the Rime and figure out how to kill this changeling thing that we saw her fighting. But at the end of the day, I also don't trust the Harpers, and I think I want to me personally, Eleander personally, wants to defeat Auril enough to get her back to her like crystal Heart of Winter, almost unconscious form, her like base form, and take her and the orb and just disappear into the sunset, so that none of that bad energy and none of that powerful magic can be used negatively again. And now we're taking a long rest and catching up and kind of deciding how to take the island from there.
Gotcha. So if he had heard that, Vigor, he'd sit next to the campfire and he would pull out a little leather satchel and he'd unveil it. And he'd pull his material component belt off of his self, and he'd start restocking the things that he'd used from the last time. He'd be pulling eyelashes and putting them in the right spot, and little tarts and putting them in the right places, just to make sure everything's squared away. And he would look up and he would go, "I agree. I do not trust Harper's either. This woman seems like she's bad. I can't remember her name, but she has not been truthful with us. She says she is Harper, but she's also a power-hungry mage. I can't agree with you more, and I am fine if we do not kill Auril. The objective should definitely be to stop Auril. If we can do that, then you take Orb and take Rime and go off. I am okay with this. I would trust the Orb in your hands far on a way before I would trust the Orb to the Harpers.
Yeah. I was under the impression that, like, essentially what he was doing was sacrificing himself, but, like, if he's...
Valen, I was calling her something else, but it's Valen. Vellynne.
No, it wouldn't be like walk into the storm and die. Like, I walked into the storm recreationally to meditate in that time that Zach, the player, I was off in the snowstorm getting my life together. So the storm doesn't hurt me. I just want to Elsa off to be left alone.
Oh, okay.
My only concern is we need to look at Orb, and I do not. And I go over to you and I put my shoulder on you, or my hand on your shoulder, and I say, I do not want this Orb to do something to you, to make you want to cast Rime or something like that. That is my only concern. Is for your welfare and safety, my friend.
Sure, and that's smart. Like, we don't want to end one problem to create another. I'm totally for that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Corvus, Eleander, why do we have to save the world? There's no one else. We are the group. I mean, we are a bunch of messengers, and we're saving the world. This is crazy.
It's the way it is.
You still farting in your fart sack when I said that I needed a margarita in a coconut next to a volcano in Chult. You missed that part. I want to get the hell out of here.
Right. Yes, this makes sense.
I'm already pretending right now.
And I was, essentially told by my god to end the Rime. So when your god comes down and tells you to do something, what are you going to say?
I mean, this makes sense. Corvus, do you have any extra pieces of iron for casting spells? I am short 2 pieces.
He reaches back, and we've already talked about earlier that the bag is not being held exclusively by Roland. It's probably just kind of floating around. Whoever's strong enough to carry it, and he rummages through, and there's probably quite a bit you could rummage and take from. And
sure, thank you. Okay, good. Yes, I have to restock build. Yes.
So we had a long rest.
You have need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll have to. David, are you on?
I am.
Okay, so are we just is Vigor just been there all along, maybe kind of at our 6?
I think the only thing we can pick it up right here was obviously not in the fight with the frost giants and whatever.
The fight started? Yeah.
Vigor
Vigor had case of unbelievable
vigor
diarrhea
in
splatters.
just a stupid amount of luck as you guys move north to come to this boat. Was able to catch your tracks as he was lost in the snow, and as you had killed the ghouls and was setting up this camp for the night, he was able to track you through that last little bit and locate you.
Okay.
And so as you long rested, he
So
was
if that's what
able to catch up.
happened, if that's what happened, I'm gonna go over to Ernest and put 2 gold in his hand and go, for Paylor, tell him thank you for helping me find you.
Yeah, he got directed miraculously.
All the clothing that I dropped when I got the axe brought down on me, like to the face earlier.
He came within a hair's breadth. It was funny on the DM side because they're fighting a frost giant. They're all within 5 feet. He's been hit. He's down to 20 hit points. It can easily do 20 hit points. Eleander, to get him out of melee combat, decides to do a shield shove, which does no damage to Ernest. Hits Ernest with the shield shove, knocks him back 5 feet out of melee range. Everybody's like, yeah, he's not going to hit Ernest. He's going to focus on Eleander, who's already went down one time, or he'll focus on Zaris, but not Ernest. So Ernest, it comes around, it comes to Ernest's turn. Ernest is 5 foot away. I am going to run away, he says. Well, frost giants have a 10-foot reach. So that still puts Ernest in his attack range. He starts to run away, and
I kind of felt like that's where this was going.
yeah, he's luckily got a 20 AC, and I roll a 17, and he just misses him by 3 points as he scoots away. It was so funny on the DM side of things, thinking, oh my gosh, wait, this is going to play out. It's all going to come down to the roll because they're not thinking he's got a 10-foot reach. And he missed him. So Ernest scooted away.
Yeah, if one of those had hit, I would have been out too.
Yeah, to me that was a great moment.
Do you guys mind when I do that, the little shove move?
Oh no!
I don't want to feel like I'm telling you where to be on the battlefield.
Appreciates not dying.
I was planning the same thing when you were in the other chat. I was planning the same thing. I was going to do it with Corvus when he was down there with the Yeti, but he decided to disengage instead.
Well,
So
I get
it's
it
not-
as a bonus action, so it doesn't burn an attack or anything.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to think about interesting ways to use that ability to basically get between you guys and melee range. But I also want to be very careful as a player that I'm not being a dick.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
No, honestly, part of the reason I dipped into Rogue is so that I can disengage as a bonus action.
Ah.
Because I am not a melee character.
Yeah, that's why my next character I'm going to play is a melee character, because I got sick of being, hit around, I'm tired of, being the one that gets his ass kicked.
I did that quite a lot, playing that thickest guy. He was just so strong. Sometimes it was easier for me to run past somebody and grab them and then give them additional 15 foot of movement as I ran. So I would simply grapple them. They would let me. And I would move them forward.
That's where I got the idea.
Yeah, I manipulated the battleground a lot in a very similar fashion of trying to get people either closer to battle or away from battle. It's kind of a fun move when you get to help a little bit like that.
Yeah, I did that a bit during
me and Chris tag teamed a lot like that back when we were playing on Ian with
that hobgoblin that had the 10 extra feet of reach, or the 5 extra feet of reach.
Yep.
Fighting you two was especially a challenge because of that. It made anything that got into melee pretty. Whew.
Well, he was built to be, like say, just a stupid, strong, grappling, beat you to death kind of guy. But he was simple.
Yeah.
So, let's pick it back up. You've long rested. Vigor has showed up miraculously out through the direction of Paylor, giving him a beacon of light to follow, which led him finally back to his flock and his group. And so you have all long rested, and you wake up after 8 hours, slightly off the island. As that oppressive, cold nature and feeling of the weather and no light seems to dissipate the minute you get off of this island. Even for if just a moment you find yourself actually able to take a rest. So that you wake up after that 8-hour rest, given the amount of darkness that there always is, you're not entirely sure if it's morning or night, because you no longer see the sun or even see the sky. So with that, I'm going to drop it back to you. How do you want to proceed? I'm going to take us off of this map real quick, get you back to the larger map. Oh, wrong map.
Did we find anything in the boat?
Yeah, I would assume we would have included the
I
boat.
will look at that right here real quick and let you know. That is the ghoul encounter. You look through the ghoul encounter. Search through the remaining bit of the boat. You do find 230 gold pieces. You find 2 scrolls, one of 2nd level, one of 3rd level. You may choose those spells as you wish.
Nice.
Do we have anything in mind to choose them now?
Potentially. Because I would have been well, no, I scribed the greater invisibility.
Well, I was gonna say it's a little biased towards myself and Roland and Zaris, but I think a scroll of haste would be
a
incredibly
scroll
useful.
of haste.
Yeah, so one of the melee fighters can pocket that
and casted it
Yeah.
on themselves, but just by
Okay.
Yeah.
reading off the scroll.
Would there be like an
And then we could
AoE heal spell as well?
Not to metagame too much, but we could greater invis for the
I don't
3rd
think
level.
on 3rd level.
Save the gold.
Well,
Is that 3rd level?
No, I scribed that from the spell book that we had from last.
No, I'm
session.
saying we could do that
Yeah.
instead of spending the gold.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
I don't know if it's
I'd be okay for.
I'm fine with you spending party gold. We have more than enough.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I don't think we're hurting for money or anything.
No, it's like 10 grand, I think, for gold or more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So.
Again, game. Just spend it.
But I mean, if you want it to be.
Besides, any day now, the tavern's going to take off, and it's going to be a gold mine.
What about something environmental, like dawn or something like that might give us a better chance at a long rest later?
I do have Dawn as well with the fragment, so like.
That's what I mean, like getting an extra use of something along those lines. I'm not super familiar with the spell list to dig through it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can cast. Can you cast Dawn at the 3rd level? I thought it was like a 5th or 6th level
Well, a
spell.
scroll has to be the level of the spell, not an upcast or a downcast or anything.
Yeah. Great level.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Dawn because I think it is a like higher level spell.
If David's cool with it, why don't our spellcasters dig, and we can make that call at some point. That way we're not sitting here for 20-30 minutes deciding, and we can play out the last 45.
Yeah.
And we can go ahead and start. Me and Zaris can start rolling to move. And make sure we're not like deciding it after we roll. Can we use guidance, or does that cost you a spell slot, Eddie?
No, it's cantrip.
Okay.
If you, as long as you let me know role playing wise what you want to do, I can confer with you from my intellectual prowess and give you a die 4 guidance.
Then why don't we do this for roleplay's sake? I'll get on the moose. You guys have burbs, I believe? Or are you riding axe beaks, or did we not bring them with us?
They did not come with you on the whale. You are
Yeah,
the
they're not
only
with us.
one with a mount, and it's a summoned one.
It's a 5th level spell, by the way.
Right, and you do have to cast a spell for that, right?
The
Summon mount?
Phantom?
Speed?
Yeah, summon Steve.
I can do it as a ritual.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I did it the first time.
Okay.
And that
let
could
me
actually be
double
one of the
check
spells that I could pick as a 3rd level spell, is Summon Steed. I could do that as a wizard. I think.
All right, so he's going to ritual cast. You hang out, he summons it real quick before y'all pack up and move off the boat that morning. You find yourself getting back to the island, crossing the frozen bit of the ocean, and you are once again on the tip of that island. You do know which way you've came. If you kind of look, you can see the path which y'all carved through. However, you do know where you're wanting to go. She told you was the northwest point of this island. So I will let you decide at which way you want to go. Phantoms.
I think we
And
continue down the coast. How many squares do we move per roll?
I've been doing about 2 to just so we don't overlook anything. Even though we can make those move a little quicker. So if we're gonna pick up from here, whoever was moving that, let's we'll try. We'll go with 3. Take 3 since you can see.
So maybe to like here.
Am I moving them?
I
was last time, so.
Yeah, all you.
So, let me make a quick clarification. It's second level Find Steed. Once you summon it, it doesn't go away unless it gets killed.
Okay.
And as long as it's within a mile of me, it can communicate with me. So instead of me riding it, I actually want to see if we can take some of the boards off this ship and fashion like a sled for it to pull.
I do believe that is within the ability of Corvus as a shipwright.
Yeah, and Carpenter. Yeah.
Like if there's a dinghy on the boat, could we get it onto land and let the giant moose pull it?
I do believe there would be a possibility for that.
Sure, and then I'll hike about 30 yards ahead so that I can roll for survival, and then guidance can come through
the
horse. Moose.
Gotcha.
And I'll light a lantern, at like a hooded or a covered lantern.
We have an elk too.
Very cool. 2 elk. Let's make the steed eat an elk for flavor, just because I think that's sick.
So we got 2 elks pulling a boat. And
I'll hang a lantern on a pole and walk out ahead of the group. That way everybody can sit, everybody can be prepared, everybody can like throw a tarp and a blanket over them. I know it mechanically might not have an effect, but that way we're traveling safe, we're traveling...
Trying to keep it together.
It makes us feel better.
You know you are trying to get to a northeastern point on this snowflake-shaped island. So once again, make that 3 move, and then you can make that survival check with a D. Make your survival check first with that +8, I guess.
Okay. No, I thought the D8 was the.
Oh, that was for his moose. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
I got a D4 on the roll because of...
D4 for guidance.
Make your survival with that D4.
All right. Come on, baby. That's 19.
Pretty good. All right, give me that D100.
All right. Seven.
You continue to move. You notice nothing nothing really coming at you from the snow. As the mountain range opens up to the southern part of you, you notice that there is a spire to this island that continues in a very thin jutting that goes north. So as you move, nothing comes out of the snow, and you seem to have very good travel. I think you would probably notice your 2 elk are not exceedingly well in this particular environment. They have no true natural frost resistance, even being a northern animal.
Mine is an illusory creature.
Right, even as a northern animal, they are... The illusion one would be working, but you know the real one is not doing well. Functional, not well. I don't know how an Arctic moose does not come with some kind of resistance like polar bears to ice or whatever. So we're going to flavor it that way.
Yeah, mine is
Yeah.
specifically a spirit assuming the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed.
Yep.
It is long
Probably
lasting.
get more of a reaction from the summoned elk and obviously the illusionary steed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
nothing happens as you move through this uninviting terrain. You do notice that the mountain range in the center is quite large, and you're seeing a peak and rise just south of you. So if you'd like to move again, please do.
And where's the Mephit as we're moving?
You notice that he stays far back, but again, continues to just watch like he's watching a show.
I am going to sing, since I have some distance from the party. I'm going to sing, like what I am now realizing is an Auril-themed lullaby. Like, it was just a lullaby to me, but, like, now with context, I'm like, oh, it's about Auril in Primordial as I walk, in case there are other Mephits or other things out here that might hear me and respond.
You got it. All right, move.
Can Vigor hear him?
How far away are you? How far do you think you are?
Like I said, anywhere from 60 to 90 feet.
Probably not at that distance, no.
Okay.
Not with
Can
the
he roll
wind and the weather.
For the sake of the roleplay?
You know what? We can do it that way.
I want to hear what Vigor has to say.
It's
a 9.
Too muffled, man. It's too muffled. Too much wind, too much weather.
All right.
All right, move that thing 3, sir.
That is exactly what I thought.
That's what I was thinking too on my end.
I'm glad we were all on the same fucking page there, a bunch of nerds.
I was gonna make a Shadowfax joke when you did the summon steed, but I wasn't gonna do it.
All right, if you're going to move that token, move it.
I rolled a 17, and we're gonna go 1, 2. I need input from the party. Are we going left or up? Are we going up this spike or to the other diagonal spike?
Where exactly did they say the orb was again?
On a
Northwest.
West spire.
I said we go west then. I feel like we're at the most northern spike right now.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure. I am in the lead, I am not in charge. I want to be super clear about that.
Move it 3 more. Travel is slow. Move it 3 more. And then give
I
me
didn't
that
roll
survival.
D100 or anything, right?
I'm kind of doing every other one so you can get a glimpse of the island.
So we'll go 1, 2, 3, sticking back towards the coast just in case.
Yep.
Roll survival.
Yep, now give it to me.
And a D4. That's a 19.
Right. Same as you got last time. Roll my D100.
Okay.
All right, a 76. All right, you are making what you consider really good headway moving across the island. Things have really been going well for you. However, there suddenly seems to be a rumble off in the distance ahead of you. It's pretty heavy. And it is just, like I say, a rumble that seems to be coming at you as you move across this landscape.
As soon as I feel it, I'm going to go to one knee. I'm going to kind of do the Native American like tracking thing where I kind of put my hand to the harder parts of the snow, make sure it's coming towards us. And then I turn and sprint back to the boat. And I'm going to start pulling tarps and blankets out of people's stuff and go, lay down in the snow, throw the tarp over you, and let the snow build up, see if we can hide. That is my immediate suggestion. What does the party do?
I'm going to listen to you.
Yeah. I think you know survival better than anyone.
Sounds good.
I think the only change I would do is like just flip the. You said we were towing.
I was gonna say just flip the
dinghy.
boat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, flip the boat.
Yeah, just flip the boat.
Yeah, we'll tip the
Yes,
boat.
Elliot. Yes, Elliot. Toss some. We're gonna flip the boat. You toss some snow on top.
Oh, yeah, I have control water, so I can throw an ice sheave over the side of it.
Are you using like the blankets on the snowy surface to kind of like buffer us? I don't know if there's going to be like any damage.
That's fair. I think the boat is much smarter. No, I literally have been like listening to YouTube videos and documentaries on cold weather survival because my character's
Nice.
an expert, so I kind of want to know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Just looking at Everest
respect it.
1994.
I respect it.
Makes
Um,
sense. I agree.
Yeah, so let's go for swords out kind of hide because
So you're gonna roll the boat over, do your best to hide underneath it, party wise. Is that my understanding? Is that how that's working?
Yes.
yeah, can we fit the whole party under there or would
Well,
one or
well,
two? of us
I mean,
fit out?
I would think a rowboat can hold 6 people.
Sure.
Right.
I don't think.
Like,
I mean,
right
there ain't
before you
much
flip
you
it
can
over.
do with much you
Yeah.
can do with 2 moose, but I think overall it can hold at least 6 people.
I'm gonna smack my elk on the butt and have it trot off to the side. That way I can call it back later without it fucking dying.
Right. Let me let me grab a boat real quick for some theme.
David's got this table of encounters, and we're like, how do we skip them? How do we skip these?
Please, I don't want to fight any more of whatever we're gonna roll. It was bad last time.
Actually, everyone in the party can cast Find Without Trace, so that's a total of plus 70 to stealth. So, what do you want to do? You're the DM. What do you want to do?
They totally stack. I don't know what you're talking about. They totally stack.
That's not in the book.
If 12 players
So,
all have guidance-
Eleander, were you the only one not under the boat?
No, I was checking to make
No, he's
sure
under the
we all
boat.
get under the boat.
Okay, so everybody's under the boat.
Yeah. I'm a hero, but I'm not an idiot.
Right, right.
He just kind of flipped it. He just kind of flipped that crack up and just kind of whoosh, snowed it over and then popped it down.
I run over, grab the side, and start
Right.
tipping it before
So you guys
understand what's
are
happening.
flip this boat. Of course, I don't have an upside down boat, so you're going to go with it. You flip this boat. You find yourself down here, and the rumble is coming from the kind of a north western direction as well. You were coming this direction as you were dragging, and it is coming from a northeast direction, and it is loud. I think our survival man from the Arctic definitely knows a stampede when he hears it. But this isn't elk stampede. This isn't deer stampede. This seems to be something bigger. Still 4 legs, a lot of pounding on the ground, and it's rumbling in its size and nature. If you would like to take a guess at it, just a pure guess, I will tell you if you are correct. Think large Arctic something another.
Bears.
Polar bears.
Mammoths.
Cat.
Ooh, mammoths is good.
Big in size.
Rocks.
Igor
Churches.
Igor has probably guessed it right.
Lead.
The Empire State Building.
This seems to be huge as it is rumbling across. This isn't
By the way,
bears. This
buffalo.
is mammoths. And as Vigor says mammoth, your tracker kind of went, shit, that's probably right.
I remember fucking mammoths.
Yeah. So with that, you feel that there is a herd of mammoths coming your direction, and they are coming pretty fast for mammoths. You are currently under the boat.
Now, is the boat building up any layer of snow?
It probably is building up something due to the amount of snow and wind that is being put down just in a constant manner at this time. So yes, while it's slowly being covered, and it is being covered, obviously you know how snowdrifts work and all that. It's not like it's instantly poof.
Could I use control water to basically freeze a bunch of the snow on one side of the boat from the direction they're coming to make that snowdrift a little form up a little faster and make it a little spiky, a little less likely to.
He wants a
get
mammoth
over.
ramp.
I feel
Yeah,
like we're
yeah.
gonna get stomped. Do you guys want to stay under, or do you guys want to try to face this one, or run,
Well,
or?
How far out are they? Are they like, you
You
know?
have no clue you're under a boat. But you can hear them, and you can feel the ground.
I assume close.
You can hear them, and you can feel the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Under a
thinking
boat, no.
I can fly up on a tree and cast a fireball right in front of them to distract them from coming our way. That should be able
Or
to that should be able to shape the herd to go one way or the other.
the shaping the herd in general is a good idea. I don't have anything
Yeah.
big enough to.
Dissuade them.
Oh, how about a T-Rex?
What?
Polymorph?
You got one of those in your pocket?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna reach deep in his bag of animals.
Yeah, that's way.
He's
on
got
the bottom
one way
of
at the
bag of
bottom.
bread. Yeah, that bag of
Underneath the
bread is
moose.
Way.
I got a moonbeam. I think somebody else here has a moonbeam.
All right. So what you gonna try, fellas?
Oh,
What do you think,
hypnotic
guys?
pattern. If they get close, I could peek out and cast hypnotic pattern in a basically a cone, and that'll at least prevent the ones that run right over us. I mean, I don't want to die tonight from a
Yeah.
herd of.
Quick vote. Face it or keep hiding.
I think
I
we have
don't-
to face it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get trampled if we stand. in
Yeah,
the boat.
we're in the path. I think we got to do something. I don't know what that like. Vigor doesn't have a lot of stuff he can do, but there's been a lot of good ideas.
You guys want to
Yeah.
fight or you want to run towards the coast?
Well, not fight, maybe.
I like the idea. I
don't
like the
think we
idea
can
of
outrun these.
shaping the herd, of pushing the herd off. And the only thing I have is the fire sword. I can't go out there like airplane style and be like to the left, to the left,
Wave it
with my
around.
flaming sword, left to the left. And that's about all I can do. But I like the idea of throwing something in their way so that they don't see this as a viable place to run.
Except for Zaris, we all have some kind of spell, cantrip, something, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've got a green flame blade, I've got frostbite. What if we just, like, all of our powers combined right at the herd in a tight pack?
Captain.
You want to Captain Planet this?
Yeah, like,
Earth, wind, water, fire.
let's keep the boat tipped over and
Who is love?
Let's
All
keep
right,
the
so
boat
I'm-
tipped over, huddle behind it, and just everybody, as soon as they get within sight, just blast and see if we can, like, deterrent them.
All right, so you tip the boat over on its side. You're behind the boat. You hear them coming from that northwest,
Skinny
and
boat.
it is not very long before you see them. They
Oh, goodness.
immediately come into your vision.
They come.
What was that final decision?
Now or never,
Go-
boys. Are we shooting or are we running?
Earth, air, wind, water,
What?
love,
Fire.
Somebody's
Fire.
gonna become the Avatar.
Who's throwing their heart?
Fireball.
So Eddie's got a
I have fireball. I have
I'll
fireball.
use shape water to throw up like columns or spikes of ice between us and the fireball, so that it's more shit for them to run through.
Right. So who
I'm gonna pull out my amulet of eternal flame and just spam the cantrip of just shooting
throw it?
fireballs out in front of us.
Lobbing some
Yeah,
of those
just 10.
fireballs?
Yeah, just lobbing fireballs in front of us.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
spam it.
All right. So if you cast a spell that uses a spell slot, please use it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it as a group roll.
Do you want me to cast fireball as well? Because I can like protect us? Like,
That's up to you if you want to spend the spell slot.
what is the charge?
Spell slot, charge, whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
If you're gonna do it, commit.
Yep, if you're gonna do it, I need to know if you're committing.
Yeah, let's throw another fireball, like right around here. Oh! Oh no!
That grabbed the wrong token.
Psych!
A mammoth ball.
That's funny. That grabbed the wrong token. So yes.
Scared me.
That's a 20.
Turns out we've been outflanked.
See if I can grab the right token and copy and paste it this time. Copy, paste. Yeah.
Can I have them overlapped?
I'm gonna give control to whoever wants to move that second one. One's Eddie's, but the other one's anybody's.
Go ahead,
So
Brandon.
whoever's casting it.
Should that like be further over here and you move yours closer over there, or?
All right. So Eddie's using a spell charge. Eddie's using a spell slot. Brandon's using a item charge. Some produce fame is being thrown. I think Zach is bringing up some ice. Eleander. I just need. We're gonna do this as a group roll. I want to see a group intimidation check roll.
Intimidation.
Have to pass.
Good at that.
Have
All right.
to pass. Intimidation.
Heyo.
So good at that.
There should be 3 more in there somewhere.
Oh,
Can we get a lion roar?
Do I have to cast one if I'm not doing anything? You can get a lion roar.
Yeah, do a lion roar.
You can get a lion
Yeah,
roar.
do a lion roar.
do the roar.
23, 20, and 18 are indeed passes. 23, 20, and 18 are your passing scores. So as you yell and throw fireballs and do all of that, the mammoth herd does indeed get intimidated. They do a quick turn and head off in a southern direction around you.
To the left, to the left, to the left, to
Through
the
the
left.
woods and make their way out of sight as they just continue to. You hear them rumbling as they are running across the plains.
Now here's the problem.
Well, Auril definitely knows we're here now.
What were they running from?
Yeah. Well, maybe they got spooked or something.
Squirrels.
But
Yeah, what?
yeah, so we
Maybe they're just born to run.
Now this was.
Got a wild hair like elephants do. They never forget. They remembered the stove was on or something, so they ran to get it.
Morning
Have you ever seen those videos of elephants running from mice?
Yeah. Just for
Yes,
no
I
reason.
have.
Yeah, it's just a squirrel got in the way. They're like, oh shit, not a squirrel.
All right, so you kind of avoided an encounter there with some good rolls of the rampaging mammoths, and you make your way to the short jutting of the island, and you do see another boat off in the distance.
Does this look as bad off as the one we found earlier?
It looks just as rough as the one off in the distance. You cannot tell if it is currently boarded with anything from this distance, obviously.
Are we expecting life, or are we going to pick up an item from a dead guy?
The undead guy.
I think there was enough information there to let you know that
The method said that they died.
that it had died. The only thing you probably also know is that it was on shore and not on the boat.
Huh.
So
instead of rolling survival to move, can we roll something to check?
you would like to
these
check this
four-
area with some perception. That is a possibility. And we'll do that also as a group roll since everybody would be looking. Best 3 out of 4. 3's got
And
to
for
pass.
clarification, after the mammoths, we tipped our boat back over, cleaned it off, and called the elf back. I don't want to lose that.
All right, 22, 17, and 22 are successes of the 6. So is a 16. You do a thorough search around this area. This boat doesn't look like it. You don't find a frozen dead person. You don't find anything here. Whatever crashed in that boat never made it to shore.
No gold, even.
They never
even
made
a gold
it to
piece.
shore. Yeah, they never made it to shore. So whatever is on the boat is on the boat. However, this is not your boat. So you may either continue on the boat or move that token 3 spaces and let's keep moving.
As you said, we already looked at the boat.
You are just looking at the boat. You are not
Okay.
on the boat.
Okay.
You may continue to investigate the boat should you want to, or you may...
So we were supposed to go northwest. Can we look for... You said it doesn't look like anything got off the boat?
Yes, nothing got off this boat with your searching around here to have made it to the island. So whatever happened to this crashed boat is all still on the boat.
I guess we head out there, right? I mean, worst case
Yeah.
scenario, we find a new place to bed down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
It would be all in whether you want to investigate the boat or continue on to a different northwest trajectory.
Unless anybody has a complaint, I'm going to lead the party very, very carefully off onto the ice.
Yes, there's probably undead on the boat again. I'll have to deal with that
Yeah,
problem.
that was easy. I prefer undead at this point compared
Absolutely.
to the giants.
After the last fight, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you move to get closer to this particular boat. And obviously, as you do, you come across what looks to be another one of those old wooden / icy docks. It is just completely kind of frozen over as this boat tried to make it to shore and get here, and it looks like it is pulled up next to this dock, but you see no tracks, no signs of life, basically no signs of anything. It's obviously a little bit odd, and if somebody would be ever so kind as to roll me a d8.
Alex, roll it.
First come, first serve. Whoever rolled.
Ooh, nice.
Like a
Okay.
Had a good vibe.
It's pretty good. All right, so
There were 7 zombies. That's what it was.
7 zombies. So with that, you find yourself on the dock, and just past it, you can see the edge of the frozen boat. I will leave it to whoever wants to take that first step.
David, you might have to reset this map for me.
Yeah.
I think this is one we used before because I'm seeing stuff from the Fog of War.
It's
Yeah,
grayed
I'm seeing
out.
Me
a
too.
boat up here.
Interesting.
Yeah. This was the boat that
I just want to make
It was. I had to
as
use.
Yeah.
I had to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
use
No, I get it. I just don't want to metagame or anything. I just
Yep,
that's
yep,
why I said just
That's all
reset the Fog of War, man.
What a bunch of
There
good
you
guys
go.
we are.
All right, I think you reset.
Look, you gotta make the game fun, man.
Zaros will take those first steps. Is it just a normal movement?
Yeah, you are not in combat, so
Yeah, I'll join him.
Keeping
You
completely
lead,
up front.
Zaris. I'm going to be on watch, but I'm going to give him essentially a passive help action on any investigation or perception he does. I'm going to let the
Yeah.
hunting dog of the party lead here.
the hunting lion.
Feline.
He got a good sniffer.
I do got a good sniffer.
That's a powerful.
That cat
suit.
do hunt.
Don't boot that suit though. That is horribly insensitive to his culture.
Very. Leonin do not take kindly to that
They
at
don't
all.
take kindly to the cat terminology.
How do you feel about ear pets?
Ear pets are okay. Ear
How do
pets
you-
are okay.
how do you- I've got one for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got one for you that come across to me just recently that I just couldn't get a hold of, but I get the reference. How about they just start calling you puss peepers?
Absolutely unacceptable.
Puss peepers. Does anybody know that
Quick question:
reference?
Don't, but
How do you
I
feel
don't
about
like it.
cucumbers?
How do I personally am not a fan of cucumbers. They just don't.
If
Not
you,
for
Do
me.
you think they're snakes?
They kind
Yeah,
of
is it 'cause
remind
you think
me
they're
of snakes a little bit.
Are they like Yanti? They remind you of Yanti?
They do.
play much
They
of
look
Witcher-
very. If you've never met a Yanti, that is exactly what they look like.
You know, in France they call them an abrégé.
Ah,
Is that okay? Are you cool with an abrégé?
It's a little better, just because
Okay,
it sounds
okay.
fancy.
well, if you
The
play
French
much of Witcher
cucumber?
3, you will eventually run across the phrase puss peepers, as that's what this chick starts calling him because of his
Oh my
cat eyes.
God.
Puss peepers.
Yeah, that is absolutely unacceptable.
That's what
You
I thought.
will-
I wanted to kill her, but it wouldn't let me.
You would be.
What is that?
cut in
What
half.
game is that?
Witcher.
Witcher 3.
Oh, Witcher. I gotcha.
Yeah, you start playing that, this lady gets like, that's what her new nickname is for you, and she starts calling you puss peepers. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh!
Well, to be fair, Henry Cavill does portray the Witcher, so
Maybe that's it.
I don't know.
you're a handsome dude.
Yeah, Zarus will cut you in half for that.
Anyway,
I'm making another
Alright,
movement.
dude. Or else we'll be stuck in cat fun forever.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. All right, you come across the deck of the ship, and it is, other than the wind and the weather, it is as quiet as it can get.
Okay.
Sounds like bullshit, but okay. Are you good,
I'm gonna make a
Brendan?
percent.
Does your token not like you back there, Brandon?
What? Oh, sorry.
I kept seeing it ping, but it wasn't doing anything.
Well,
Can I
thought
make a
that was
perception
him.
roll to see if I can hear anything?
You can.
I may or may
I
not
did.
be away from keyboard at the moment.
I got you. You definitely perk those cat ears up, but nothing comes across them but the wind and the snow and the frozen biting.
Okay. Is there anything down in the hold? If I look down there, can I see anything?
You do see nothing other than how the wind has blown in on it, and all of a sudden, in a very
there
anticlimactic
it is.
nature, you find 4 giant oysters. And as you poke around those giant oysters, you find 2 giant-sized crystal ball-sized pearls. Each one of those is worth 2,500 gold pieces each.
Whoa!
That's the encounter.
Jesus.
Oh, I am seeing dollar signs.
How many?
Monster.
4?
Wow.
There, you
Survival.
found 4 giant oysters.
Survival week for
However,
days.
as you dug through them, only 2 of them had a crystal ball-sized white pearl. And they're
Wow.
worth 2,500
Arr.
gold each.
Now, to
Is
be
that-
clear,
Yes, I've seen-
neither
I went to
of
a-
these is the thing
I went to a
we-
party in Waterdeep once. They were using these as bowling balls.
That's
Is that just
that's
on
not
the?
That's not D-list party, sir. That is not
Yeah.
a D-list party.
Look, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was on the D list. I didn't just go to D list parties. I went to better
Oh.
parties.
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta move up from the D list.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
moving up.
Minimum B list. Like, minimal.
You got a gate crash, man.
Is that? Did we find
Yeah,
those?
see, you get into the D list parties automatically, but you work your way into the other parties.
Gotcha. All right, that is
Wow.
actually it for the encounter. You find yourself looking over that boat.
Nice.
There's
So
nothing
no
else there.
sign, no sign of persons or
No.
these fancy pearls are not the orb we're looking for.
That is correct. They were nothing but real giant oysters. 2 of the 4 had crystal ball-sized pearls worth 2,500 gold pieces each.
Wow.
This boat looks to be quite old. Nothing going on in it. So you may now again from the
Okay,
store move
question
that
from the
last
party
little
before I
grid.
move. Do we want to try to continue out onto the ice this way? Like more northwest?
Well,
Or do we
the
wanna go
Mephit
back
told
onto
us
the
it was.
island?
The Mephit told us it was on the island.
That is
Good
correct.
point.
So I
Yeah.
reckon it's just more northwest part of the island, like over here.
Yep.
Well, let's scour every square of this tip first, just so we
Yeah,
don't
Dan,
end up
do we
walking
need to
past it.
mechanically check each of these 4 squares
You
up
can
here?
mechanically just move that token up there just to open it up so you can see it.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
we'll move
or I can
we'll
move
move
it,
the 3
yeah.
here.
So you,
Like we're going
like
down
say,
the
you
other
look
coast.
around that northern portion, and that's like say, I used your perception roll for that. You looked in that whole general tip of that island area, and it did not produce what that little method told you.
Okay.
No one had been on the shore here. No one at one point when that boat got stuck or crashed has either been here in a long time. So you may move it 3 and then 3 again. If you don't want to
3 and
go
then 3
direct,
again.
if you don't want to go a different direction after the first 3.
We'll continue around the coast here. Gotta go
Okay.
1, 2.
If nothing catches your eye, then go 3 again.
I need to roll survival for these.
You will after this next 3.
Okay.
That's every other.
You want to cross over here, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
why
we're not on the island anymore, that'd be probably good.
Well, there's more island. I'll move
Yeah.
it so you guys can open up.
So if
Do we want to cross the ice, or do we want to go around?
frozen channel?
No, let's cross it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cross it.
All right,
that's-
give me that survival check and then a D100 immediately after. You have rolled 2 19s on your past 2 survivals. Let's see if you can beat it.
I consult with the tiefling, and the
I get
tiefling
it.
saith plus 1d4.
That's right.
I'll be dang. That's going to go 5 over.
I spent 6 months. I spent some amount of time in game. I don't know how much time in game it was.
Right.
Traveling in the snow. I'm destined for this.
All right, that one's 5 over. Please roll
It's
that
my
D100.
element.
Please roll a d100.
Yep.
D100.
Nice.
79.
Ugh.
At this point, I don't even know what's good and bad. I'm just like, it's a number.
Yeah.
A 76 and a 79.
The chart that I found online, just to tell you on the DM side of things, for these crazy survival checks, what they were doing is once you've done your survival check, if it was within 5 but passing, you simply subtracted what you rolled off of the D100, so that the higher you get, the worse it is. So you subtract it off of there. If you went 5 or more like this one, then you subtract twice as much of what you get. So instead of 22, I'm subtracting 44 because you're
Hell yeah.
5 or higher as a massive success, being 5 or over the DC.
Very
5
cool.
or more over the DC. So basically that turns your 79 minus 44, turns that into what, a 35? My math is right?
35.
So
I
that
like those
turns your
mechanics. I might have to talk to
it
you about
turns
that
your
after.
79, which is obviously one thing, into a 35, which is a completely different type of random encounter. And
Plus, you get to hear that you're a massive success.
and you get to hear that you are a massive success.
Vigor is
massive.
a big deal. Sorry, I've been playing a Kinku in another game, so I've been practicing my impressions.
Right. And a 35 in this particular case generates at that shore. You see something in the water. It could be the tip of a boat. You're not entirely sure what it is, but shortly off in the distance, you see something in the water at that red circle. If I can get a group perception check, as everyone is probably looking that direction.
Oh, that's persuasion. No. Wrong one. Ignore mine.
Seeing an 18, seeing a 21,
Ooh.
seeing 2 14s. All right, so you got 3 passes. Out in that water, something has busted through the ice. Who knows what it could have been up in that northern area that you're looking at. But what really catches your eye is the two massive giant shark fins that every so often touch that, constantly trying to freeze ice but do not. They could be whale hunting, walrus hunting, seal hunting, winter something hunting, as these air-breathing animals come to this pocket. But what has caught your eye is the giant-looking shark fin you see that comes up to the surface ever so often in the busted water that's there. You know this because you have been up physically close to a giant undead shark at one point that was carried around by 6 undead skeletons on your own ship at one point, way, way back.
That was a great car.
So you do recognize it. It is whether you want to continue on the land or have anything to do with it.
I swear to God, Eddie, if that gets stuck in my head, I'm coming out.
Somebody's getting stabbed with a pencil tonight. I can feel it.
Come at me,
Murder
bro.
shark, do, murder shark, do,
Yep.
murder shark.
So it's whether you want to this particular roll at a
Yeah, that'll keep it out of your head.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
encounter
Thanks.
it or keep on going?
If I have to suffer, we all suffer.
I think if we go across the land, unless it's a land shark, it won't get us.
I think that's a beer. I think land
Yeah,
sharks
no,
just
fuck
like-
that shark.
You just like to spread misery. Ugh.
We're
staying on the land.
yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll go. Sorry, I'm kind of going and then one space at a time and seeing where
Yep,
the
no,
fog
that-
of war opens up.
That's probably the way you should do it. All right, that was your 1, 2, 3. So move it another 3.
All right, nothing, no weird shit on this
You
little
saw
hook here.
nothing other than that weird thing going on out in the water with the sharks.
Huh? This is as far northwest as we can go.
Yep.
I mean, it might be on the island a little bit, just in the northwest, like region. Not
Okay.
100% northwest.
Well, looks like there's some land over here too.
Yeah, that's kind of what
That
I
is
was
not
worried about.
that is not technically
David-
land.
Oh,
Did the method say something about her being on a snowflake-shaped part of the island?
She
The
did.
whole island
Am I
is
making
shaped.
that up?
But the whole island is shaped like a big snowflake. But she did say,
Gotcha.
obviously, it did say that, she had gotten off the boat and had died.
Okay, given nothing.
And what you do not see currently is a boat.
Given nothing, we will continue back down the coast. And
There is a boat.
A boat.
Found a boat.
Lo and behold, you see a boat.
Ooh.
And from the distance that you are, tell me what you would like to do.
Already
Approach.
these
Just simply
zombies.
approach.
Just
Got it.
we're just all the drone from Star Wars Episode 5, just landing on Hoth and then. Beep, 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 beep.
The probe droid.
Yeah.
All right.
Now let's continue down the coast one more time.
Continue
to,
down the coast and get a little closer.
Hey, I'm
Alright,
I'm gonna
so
have
you
to drop
continued-
I have to drop like right at 10, so I'll see you
perfect
later.
starting point. I was about to say
Yeah, let me show you where you're kind of at, just to give you this last look, and we'll call it. If I can
The
get
same
you to
zombie.
the right map, here we go.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Let me guess, my
That's a fancy vessel.
my lovely dynamic lighting decided not to kick out on me all of a sudden.
Dynamically light.
Yeah.
I think we
Favorite
found the ship.
So you did find the ship. You know where it's at. You are coming to it from that northwest corner again, and you know that there is a large ship out in the harbor. In the very direction at which the Mephit told you that he saw a white ferret playing around with an orb. So with that, we can end it right here. A little bit of combat, a little bit of role play. Very good, guys. Glad you showed up, Vigor.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good, man.
Real life got to come first. We all know it. So we'll pick it back up right here next week as y'all decide what to do in this particular encounter.
And this is all being streamed right now, so if you want to look on Twitch, I'll put the streaming, whatever hell it's called, link or my name. So if you want to rewatch
Twitch.
it during the week, Twitch handle, whatever.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot it was being streamed.
Watching the session. God, do I not want to hear my own voice?
Yeah.
You and Matt. I feel the same way sometimes.
Vigor, Josh, I have to say, by all means, live your life, do shit you gotta do. Glad you can make it that you did. For the first 4 hour, I don't know how, all of a sudden Eleander was like, it's my time to lead, and was like, running shit. And fish out of water. I'm glad the talker is back. It was just me and Brandon bickering like a married couple. Now we're on second.
Oh my goodness.
We have to
There's some
destroy
marriage
Auril.
counseling, perhaps.
Yeah. Y'all
You're
gonna have
evil.
You're
Like,
gonna have to find an old couch or something so they can lay on and then get out there.
Guys,
All right, I want you to sit in chairs 2 feet apart. I want you to make direct eye contact, very deep eye contact, and I want each of you to say something that you like about the other one.
Don't they make a get along T-shirt where you put 2 people in it? That get along T-shirt for kids.
so I died
like when-
tonight, and I won't, like, Eleander wouldn't go into full detail, but if don't die. Be real. Going down is bad, like worse than normal bad around here right now. Be real careful.
Vigor just touches the scar on his cheek. Yes.
There is some off.
It's even a little
shit
worse
going
than
on.
Vigor might have experienced.
I don't know. On a sheer quantity, on a sheer quantity scale, I think.
Hey,
saying you
John.
won't be where Eleander was. I'm not saying you won't be there shortly. I'm just saying it is a completely different experience than when it happened to you. There is a bit of
Gotcha.
role play there that can be interesting.
Gotcha.
So, Josh,
So I'm guessing you jumped into another chat.
can we
Yes.
jump to another
Good
chat
call.
and in character talk about it?
Sure.
I mean, it's yours to tell. It was real. It was not an illusion.
Well, I wouldn't want to spoil it because I don't think my character would elaborate.
Oh, well,
'cause
then
it's a little
don't do it.
haunted. But I think if Josh has already been through it already,
Oh, he
I
has
have
not.
some questions.
He
No,
has
not what you're talking about now.
Spoiling it
At
for the
this
rest
point-
of the party.
Yeah, up to this point, it is only you.
Okay.
Yes,
never
up
mind
to
then.
this point.
But I